lighting is terrible.
All right, we are live. Hey everyone,
Hey.
I'm Megan the Texan, and I'm joined with. Go ahead and Nadia, you're first. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Nadia. I run the channel Horror with Nads, a channel that's horror centric. I cover everything from movies to comics that are horror. So thank you for having me on, Megan.
No problem.
Oh,
Sin,
I'm
go ahead.
Sin. I'm Sin from Sin's Corner, and my channel focuses mostly on movie reviews and reviews of series, not one genre specific, though horror is one of my very favorite genres.
We are David and Annie Roush.
Hello.
We specialize in culture pieces, politics. We're in the drone space right now. We just wrote a book called Propaganda, Drones, Drugs, and the Decline of the West about infrastructure and drones as a service.
And we're working on a documentary called Be the Bird. So
That's true.
we're getting into YouTube, but we're not there yet.
Hey everyone, I'm Luke, or Galliot Ashardo. I guess you can call me Box Office Brawler's wingman. So that's all. Yeah, so that's who I am.
Awesome. All right, so tonight we are going to discuss The Strangers 2008. In my opinion, I was talking backstage how I watched the second one after this, The Prey at Night. It's dog shit. It's really, really bad. But The Strangers, this one, 2008, is amazing. So we, let's go around the horn, starting with Nadia. When did you watch this for the first time?
Probably right when it was released. I was right out of a couple of years out of high school. I really loved it. And I think it might have been I don't know if I saw it in theaters or Blockbuster. One of the two. Anyway, I saw it the year that it was released. It's one of my favorite home invasion movies, this and Hush. I think it's very well done. I think anything past this in the franchise with the sequel and the reboot recently is quite garbage. Just don't bother with it. But this one, as just a centric story, just and contained, is very good and well done.
Well, Sin?
My first time watching it was today. I finished watching. I started it the other day and then finished it like less than an hour ago. It's a well done home invasion film. I have some nitpicks with it. I'm glad it was not any longer because I was getting worn out by the time it was done. Because it's just so.
Didn't you like Life of Chuck, though? I don't know if I trust your opinion.
I did. But Life of Chuck didn't elicit the exact same sort of, tension filled. Like, if I get super, like, I'm like Warfare. Warfare did the same thing. It was an hour and a half, and I was just like, oh, please be done. Because it was getting to me so much. Not because I hated it or anything like that.
Okay, good. Annie?
The first time I saw it, I think I was just out of college, and I didn't connect with it at first. I just thought at the time that it was kind of didn't have any depth or thought to it. But then again, I was kind of preoccupied with other things and not, I just have more depth of thinking now. So this time was very unsettling, and I didn't have a problem putting myself in those shoes. And I really enjoyed the fact that it was so visceral with the camera, like the lack of a stabilizer made me feel like I was there. And then it didn't have any music except for some like really anxiety inducing sound effects. And then the music that wasn't, it was playing inside of the movie. So it's like, I don't know, it's just really creepy.
Yeah.
Nice.
The first time I watched this was several years ago, partially, but I fully paid attention when I watched it for the first time last night, so it's still kind of fresh. This is one of the best home invasion movies I've seen personally, besides of Hush. It was very eerie the way that they, like you said, Annie, where there was like no sound, like there was not a lot of sound, not a lot of talking. Mm-hmm. It was just down to the point. You just did not know what was coming next every step of the way, and I really enjoyed that.
Awesome. Yeah, I heard about this movie when it first came out. It came out the year that I graduated high school, which is really weird. It makes me feel super old.
Please, please.
But I didn't see it because I think there's a lot of scary movies that were maybe coming out or before, ones that I haven't seen before. And I just thought, I don't know, I always thought it was a little bit overrated, but I hadn't seen it. And then I think somebody told me, or my husband said that I watched it with him. I don't recall any of that, so I think he's a liar on that end. But I mean,
Chris
it's
uses
one of
that
those
line all the time.
you watched it, you were there.
Yeah, you want? I don't remember any of this, but okay.
Sure. His favorite thing to do is to play a movie, and then I'll walk in, and then he goes, "Watch this movie," and then I'll start to watch the movie, and I go, "Okay, I'm gonna do something else, or I'm gonna go to bed." Okay, and then he continues watching the movie, and that's me
That
watching
counts as
the movie.
you watching the yes, yeah.
Oh, he did tell you to watch the movie, so
Yeah.
I did
So yeah, it's a really great film. Little critiques here and there for sure, but overall, amazing film. And I picked this one specifically because thinking of all the movies that I could have picked, scary movies and then some, but I love horror movies. But this one specifically, it seemed like it had a cult classic. It was a cult classic. It had a big following, and I kind of wanted to figure out the reason why. And even watching the trailers as a kid, it just seemed so not basic. It seemed really simple, I guess. And yeah, I thought I'd give it a revisit, and yeah. So let's quickly go to the comments.
Sometimes, though, the most simple stories. This is a simple story, right? It's a
Yes.
simple home invasion
Yes.
story
Mhm.
because it's so realistic. Like it's something that could actually happen to you. I think that adds to the fear of it. And you know, it's not a monster. It's people. It's actual people. And with the climate how it is nowadays, everybody's fearful of anybody knocking on their door. We have Ring cameras. Nobody answers their door anymore. It wouldn't work nowadays.
No, definitely not. But yeah, I mean, that's why I feel like we have kind of like a good group of different opinions and then different genders too, which would be really awesome to see how you would handle some of these scenarios.
It was considered a sleeper hit when it came out. I read it that it made like 80 something million dollars and probably had a very tiny budget. So it did extremely well, which is cool.
Yeah.
I bet
Simple
it did.
concept, like Nadia said, yeah. All right, Cassie Styles 3030. Hey guys, excellent movie for sure.
Indeed.
Shout out. And then again, I watched it a while back, and man, was I creeped out by this movie. It's based on true events. Yes. And we can go over that a little bit towards the end because I did listen to a little bit of behind the scenes with the director and kind of went into a little bit more detail about when he says that's based on true events. But yeah, let's jump right in. Okay. So that's added in here. So yeah, this is one of the many posters. I like this one the most because the other one just seemed a little bit more generic, I guess. This one seemed really interesting. And I remember Kyle asking me, because he hadn't seen it in a while, saying, does that actually happen? And I was like, no, yes, no, yes, yes, it does. It took me a while. I jumped around quite a bit, but yes, it does happen. Okay, so opening scene, and I don't think I wrote down what the title card said, but the beginning starts with a frantic phone call to 911 by a woman named Jordan discussing what happened. And actually, okay, yeah, the opening card sequence it says something to the effect of, according to the FBI, there are an estimated 1.4 million crimes in America each year. And then you start to see different parts of the house and how it's in disarray, and you've seen that something bad has happened here. So, and then it flashes from there, and guys, help me out if there's anything that I'm missing or if I'm jumping around, let me know, because I have detailed notes, but I might have missed something. I watched it
Sounds
twice,
pretty good.
just to be sure. Okay, cool.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So I was also trying to narrow down all the screenshots I would put up. So, yeah, the first one that I have is listed kind of funny. So second, we're looking in, they just pulled into the house, and we find out that it is our lead. So, oh, sorry, I'm rushing in too much. the actors in this movie. There we go. So we have Jimmy, played by Scott Speedman. He's also from the hit TV show Felicity. Then we
And
have
Underworld.
I haven't seen that in forever. I did
Love
not
that
know.
movie.
Well, he's in Underworld.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
He-
surprise me every single time when you say you like something, you don't like something. I'm just-
Why? Why
I'm
is that
just- I don't
surprising?
know.
Maybe,
It's
I
not
would love-
consistent.
I've got
I like
a
it.
sound panel up here with Celine in the cool coat and everything.
That is hilarious. And sometimes it's hard to gauge. I'm like, oh, Sin will like this movie, and then I hear and she just rips it to shreds. Oh, okay.
It's weird. I'm
Okay.
eclectic. I'm eclectic.
I
It's
like
okay.
it though.
It means you're honest. It means you're honest about your opinion. So yeah.
And
I
you
try
always
to
keep us
be.
second guessing.
Mhm.
All the time.
Yeah, so we have Jimmy, Scott Speedman. I know him best from Felicity. Kyle and I watched it, was it last year, I believe? So good. It's really, really good. It's not just like a
Never
chick
seen
TV
it.
show.
I remember seeing
It's
clips
so
of it, and she just felt like she kept wanting to bounce around between these different guys. I'm like, nah.
Is that the
pass.
one where she cut her hair and it was a
Yeah,
big deal?
yeah, yeah.
Big
It's like a
deal,
teaser.
yeah,
All right,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
okay, that's what I remember.
You know it. You know it. So yeah, then that's Scott Speedman, and then Kristen, played by Liv Tyler. She was awesome in this role. And then we have Mike, which I'm not going to give any hints of who he is or who he's played by because I was super surprised watching it the first time. So there's a character named Mike.
couldn't place his face, so I didn't look him up.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, I almost forget myself.
drop it.
I knew immediately who it was right away. 100%.
Okay.
So
And,
yeah.
and it doesn't suspend your disbelief. I wouldn't say the casting suspends your disbelief, but his
No.
Now I'm super
Like,
curious. I'm gonna go look it
his
up.
lack
Okay.
of
Mike.
talking, and he's like going down the hallway. You're like, are you not gonna say anything?
Well, I had some issues with that scene, but I guess
yeah,
Yeah,
when we
we'll
get
we'll
there.
definitely get into that.
but he did that really well.
He did. He did.
He did. He definitely could play serious roles for sure.
hmm
Then we have Dollface. So the three strangers. They're known on IMDb as Dollface, Pinup Girl, and then I couldn't find if it was Suit Man or Suit or just Man in Mask. So I don't know, we could bounce around between all three. You couldn't really, he's the only other, well, there are two other guys.
Your laptop.
But yeah, guy in suit, I guess. Suit guy. Man in Mask.
That
But Dollface is played by, she's a blonde, which is a little bit easier to decipher besides the masks. Gemma Ward, then Pinup Girl is Laura Margolis, and then Suit Man or Man in Mask is Kip Weeks. Yeah. Okay. So going back to the movie. So yeah, the house, the car pulls up in front of the house, and they look super tense, and it looks like something really, really sad has just happened, or they're crying. Well, she looks like she'd been crying over something, and he hops out of the car. She's jumping at every little thing, and so you're kind of left. Where are they? They're dressed up super nice, and what's going on? The next scene that kind of jumped out to me was, so they're in the bedroom. She goes and takes a bath, and then Jim calls his friend Mike, and this is where we get the hint of Mike being in this film, and he's asking to be picked up from this house, and you find out that it is his dad's house, actually, and later, which I'm not going to go into too much detail, later on, through flashbacks, you find out they were at a wedding, and then he had proposed very, very sweetly, very romantically, and she said no. She said that I'm not ready. So
Ouch.
I was a
Yeah.
little thrown because the opening title, like the
Title card?
narration that happened, which I thought was actually cool, reminded me of a true crime documentary type
That's
of
exactly what I thought.
narration. Yeah. In fact, the guy who did that sounds exactly like the guy who does like the New Detectives narration or something. Anyway, it called them the Hoyts. So at first I thought they were already married.
yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, some trouble in their relationship because it shows them driving through the street, stopped at a stop sign. But then it did indicate that they were coming back from a wedding to stay at like a summer home or something like that. So we get little hints before we see them, but I really like that slow reveal of
Yeah.
who these people were, what was going on between
Yeah.
them.
And her in the bathtub was just like, she looks like she is just really trying to
Sad.
decompress, and she's
Yeah.
really sad over what happened. So it works out really well with that flashback. And sometimes there's always that like hard stop in movies where it's like, this is the flashback scene. This worked really, really well. I wish we could have gotten a little bit more information as to the reason why she's not ready or what's going on, but kind
I disagree. I like that.
Really?
Because you don't need to know everything about
All the
a lot
details,
of the
yeah.
characters. It's almost like a piece of someone's life, right? Because we've all seen online stories of people saying no to proposals and stuff. They have their own reasons, so it allows the audience to kind of fill in what could have happened, right? And it's a sad, and they're emotionally broken at this point, and then to have this type of night that they're gonna have, I think adds to the fear level throughout the movie.
Yeah,
And what-
that's what I found particularly interesting, is that it sucks you into this relationship dynamic that I think we've all felt, where you get in a fight with somebody and you can't really, you want to make up or you want to talk about it, but you can't make yourself talk about it, or you don't know what to talk about for a couple of days or until you cool off. And so they're kind of stuck in this. This was supposed to be a really fun thing, and they're stuck in this dance that they're trying to just, dance around this issue or work out this issue, but they never get the chance to.
Yeah.
And I think that moment when that first knock hit is like, you kind of forget that you're in a horror movie because you're wondering if they're going to work it out or if they're going to get.
Well, they were
Yeah,
starting
figure out
to.
why.
They
They're
were starting
trying-
to.
Yeah, they were
Hot
really.
and heavy.
It's like a drama. You're like, oh, give me more, and then it's like the relationship troubles. It's like it's already a tense moment, so it's not all like jolly,
Yep.
vibe
Yeah.
to it, and you're already like kind of worried, and then the knock happens, and it's just a nice effect.
Sin, you
to it.
say
Great.
you say they were about to. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt.
you're good. No, it's great suspense. You're good.
You said that they were about to make up. Do you think, though, Jimmy would still get in the car if they fully made up, as Mike would have picked him up?
Well, I mean, the knock broke the moment and then kind of reminded them of what had been going on before they started to get hot and heavy, and it just kind of was like cold water dashed. I kind of feel like they would have eventually, if the stuff hadn't happened to them in this movie, I think they would have, because I didn't get the sense that there was anything hugely wrong with them. It's just she wasn't at that point yet, and he was very disappointed that she wasn't. But it seemed like they were both willing to try to make things work, and then of course everything went to hell for them.
Yeah.
I find it very weird to be in a relationship with someone and you not know that person is ready. Maybe because of my own
Yeah.
experience, but with my husband, we knew since the moment we moved in, we wanted to get married. We knew, and so to me, if you're in a relationship with someone, if especially, I don't know, from a man's point of view, the gentleman you can tell if your significant other would accept it, right? It's something that you would be discussing. So it's weird that she didn't say it, but again, you can fill it in as the audience.
Needless to say, their communication skills were not on point.
Yeah.
That's true. There are, I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, that she's super jumpy. She's really, really jumpy when he slams the door, when she hops out, when he like, I don't know if he pounds on the table at some point, but he does something else that startles her. So I don't know if he was maybe a little bit violent, possibly.
I liked that part because I jumped with her on that scene. I was watching it late at night, and it really gave you. It almost felt like you were part of the movie for me, at least. And I was getting up and walking around my house to get water, and I was like, "This movie is not making me feel right now."
Yeah.
And I like the feeling of it, that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many scenes where, oh, go ahead.
I would like to believe that. So from the time that he leaves, I'm thinking, me and David are both thinking the same thing. Like, this is stupid. Why are they separating? Blah, 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 blah. Because they don't know they're in a horror movie. And I'm like, oh, I would never do that. And I'm like, wait, David does that for me all the time. That could totally be like tomorrow. So
Well, he's looking for an out though. Like that's his biggest thing. You're like, oh, you don't have any cigarettes? I'll go get you some. Like I'll take the car. I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's
think
a
we've
lot
all
of
been in
care with
that.
them. Yeah. What I love is that there's still, even though she said no or not right now, essentially kind of like a no, he still cares about her. He still is willing to stay for as long as he can before his buddy picks him up, and just wait it out with her, and then eventually let her know that he's going to leave. He's going and I'm going to just bring this up really quickly, and then also talk about how awesome he is. But this kind of made me laugh. So, remove that.
It's not funny.
Ah. So this scene just made me laugh just because it's like the saddest eating ice cream I've ever seen.
You always see the woman eating ice cream when she's heartbroken.
That's what I'm saying. The gender
Roles
reverse.
reversed.
Yeah.
Even how he ate the ice cream, he took the soupy part off of the edge, which is what I would do.
Yeah.
You know? Not like some cliche thing when you shove the spoon in. You know, he's like taking care to eat the ice cream right. I'm like, dang it.
I don't know if I could ever eat ice cream that sadly though. I could be sad and eat ice cream, but I don't think I can eat it that sad. He
Yeah,
really
it's almost
played
hard
it up.
not to smile and laugh at this part because it's just like, poor guy. I mean,
I
that's,
know.
you know,
Yeah. He
Very
made it look so romantic because when they walk in, there's rose petals everywhere. He's lit candles. He's essentially waiting for her to have said yes and be able to celebrate. But yeah, saddest bowl of ice cream eating I've ever seen.
Poor Scott.
Unfortunately.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
I'm sure that, I'm not sure. This is, in fact, the beginning of the film. It's not any futuristic later scenes. When she's right before she takes a bath, she almost looks like she's washing blood off of her hand.
Oh, that looked like it was coming out of the faucet. And
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
and-
just nasty water.
Might
Yeah.
have-
Okay, I was
Yeah.
really confused. I was like, why is there blood on her hands? Am I missing something?
Or I thought it was like a
I-
bath bomb or something that had gone off, and maybe there's I don't
It was
even
dirty water coming out of
Yeah.
the
Oh,
faucet.
okay.
know.
The house is
Cabin.
Jimmy's parents' summer home.
It's like the summer
alluded
home,
to.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hasn't
so
been
used
probably
in a while.
he has. Yeah.
Got it.
Mm.
Okay, cool. That question is answered.
Awesome. And then, as we kind of talked about it before, the almost act occurs when the first knock. And
At 4 a.m., I believe.
yes, exactly at 4 a.m. Yeah. Okay,
It
sorry.
was dark for a really long time.
That's
given
what I
all
was
the
saying. I was
stuff
like,
that
come
going I was
on.
like,
Is it
there
daylight
is-
saving time or?
No, it would have been standard because this
Thank
was
you.
February. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was one of the things I wrote down about why is it dark so long?
That's
This isn't a
Yeah.
real-time link
exactly what I
event.
wrote
It's
down.
February. It would be getting light already.
I thought about that as well.
Gosh.
Especially with all that crawling. Like, it must have taken them forever to get around
Yeah.
in the backyard.
Yeah, there was just a lot of stuff that was happening, and they weren't showing every single thing, and who knows how long he was gone before, to get her cigarettes before everything started happening again.
Yeah.
So that was one of my gripes. with it.
The first knock happens, and then I know this isn't really the best photo, but I love how it kind of encapsulates what you see when you're watching the movie. So she is backlit a little bit kind of off to the side. You don't get to see her face, but she's knocking on the door, and obviously it stirs them. They're not expecting anyone to be coming to the door. It's really only them living at this house. And she asks the iconic line, Sin, what is the line?
It was something about is Tamara here? Or something
Is Tamara
like that.
home?
Tamara, yeah, it's Tamara.
Yeah. Which is super interesting. And obviously there's not a Tamara living there or Tamara living there. And he's wondering what I wrote down in my notes too. It's like, why can't I see her face? Where's the porch light? Because he flickers it on and off.
Uh-huh.
And then she says, is Tamara here? And then I don't know if she asks, are you sure? And then she says, I'll see you later then. And then
Yeah.
leaves.
Yeah.
So creepy.
I
Very
didn't
creepy.
hear that part.
Yeah.
I didn't hear I'll see you later then.
Yeah,
And she
she
sounds
said
drunk.
something. And
She sounds
It reminds me.
drugged.
It reminds me of there's a urban legend folklore of black-eyed kids, kids that would
I heard
come up
about
to
that,
the door. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
They are
The-
so creepy.
The shapeshifters that come to your door and ask to be let in.
Yeah, they're like they usually are kid form, but their eyes are solid black.
black.
So they'll knock on your door to try to get in and such. It's very creepy the way it was lit. I was like, I wouldn't. Stuff like that terrifies me. I'm not opening my door for nobody.
Yeah.
Not saving Newt and then not opening
Not
the
saving
door.
Newt. Not opening
Two
the
things.
door.
I was
No.
aggravated
Toss
that it
Newt
was
out.
so dark, but then of course they answer that later after he steps out on the porch and you realize she has unscrewed the light bulbs so that it stays dark.
Mm-hmm.
And what were you going to say, David?
Well, there's absolutely no way to tell who's at that front door. I've never been in a house that had 0 windows, no peephole, nothing. You know, somebody knocks at the door of the only house in the neighborhood where they can't see who's at the door. You have to open it.
Yeah.
You know, I thought
But
that was
yeah,
really
It's
weird.
gross.
Would not be answering it.
I wouldn't answer it.
Me neither.
I can't
It's
see
4
who it
o'clock in
is.
the
It's
morning.
4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to bed.
I'll answer it with a firearm. That's what
I was gonna
answer it
say,
with.
you know, have my
They
have my
have
gun
one,
with
you
me.
know?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't.
I guess he
they
didn't think about it.
at
You know,
first.
maybe
Not
that's
till
what-
later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he
Yeah,
probably
right?
has fond memories of this house if this is his parents' summer house. So they probably never ran into any issues like this growing up, right? So he's comfortable with it. Similar to back in the day when people would just like leave their doors unlocked, comfortable, let their kids kind of come in and out. Nowadays, that doesn't happen.
Mm-mm.
That's fair.
But yeah, so as we kind of discussed before, so you want me to say Liv, it's not Liv, Kristen. Kristen is all out of cigarettes and it's kind of her vice of choice. And kind of skipping ahead here, but it's her vice of choice. So she has run out, and Jimmy says, "Well, I'll go pick some up for you. I'll pick some up at the store." So before he leaves, though, and this is how I say, like, he's so sweet and he still cares about her, is that he starts the fire for her in the fireplace to make it nice and warm and cozy before he leaves. And so he does that, and yeah, he just takes off after that. And whilst he's gone, she is bored because there's no TV there. There's really nothing to do. Obviously, it's 2008, so there's maybe texting. I don't know how texting would be out there in the boonies.
I don't think she had any reception.
It's texting where you have to go A, B, C.
All
like,
those-
Exactly, it would take
Yes.
forever.
Yeah.
Antiquated.
Yep.
So she's a little bit bored. She's kind of just walking around, and it's really sweet though because she goes and tries on her engagement ring. So you see that she still cares about him. He still cares about her for lighting the fire before he left. And then the second knock happens.
You know, that kind of answers some of that tension at the beginning on whether they'd probably figure it out. I like that she put that ring on, and it comes up later as well at the very end, where I think she did change her mind there and was contemplating on whether or not she would say yes.
And this is what I love, and I didn't even mention the writer-director. Writer-director is Brian Bertino, and he does so well with setup and payoff. And so I feel kind of weird going scene by scene, but there is so much setup and payoff in this film that is just amazing. Chef's kiss. So second knock is heard. She, of course, is freaked out because she's all by herself. And she runs to the door, does not open it, but speaks through the door and asks, "Who is it?" And then she asks, the dollface girl asks, "Is Tamara home again?" And then she said, You've already asked that question. She's not home." And then she leaves. And you turn around, and she goes back to the fireplace, and a bunch of smoke is starting to come out. And Kyle kind of let me know that's called a flue, is the little piece that opens and closes the chimney. So that's closed. And at this point, I'm super invested. I don't think I put it on the projector. I think I just kind of had it at our apartment, had it up on my laptop. And so Kyle goes, "Oh, what scene are you at?" And looks, and he goes, "Oh yeah, they're in the house now." And I go, "Why? Why?
Come on,
Why
Kyle.
did you ruin it? Why did you ruin this?" Because I was
You
so
knew they
in
were coming in
disbelief.
at some point. We
That's
saw
what-
that
that's what he
poster
said.
picture. Yeah.
Sin, you're on his side. That's exactly what he said. And I said, I thought they would be outside for at least a little bit longer. I
Nah,
didn't think
Megan,
they were
I'm on
inside.
your side. Don't ruin that. That's
What I
especially
don't
with the scene.
understand
That's a
is
pivotal
how they
part.
even got in there.
I don't
Yeah.
think that sliding
The
glass door
back
was
door open or
Yeah, I don't think that
windows?
sliding glass
Yeah.
door was closed all the way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think they checked the front door. They just didn't check that slide.
They
'Cause
left no
I think-
trace, hardly.
Yeah. But yeah, so at this point, smoke's coming out. So she is able to, the smoke alarm starts going off. So I could see this is really freaky. She already had somebody come to the front door. Now smoke's coming in. So she's really smart. She knows how to open that back up, lets the smoke out, and then the smoke alarm goes off. So she goes, gets the smoke alarm to turn off, comes back. And at this point, too, she has checked her phone, I believe, and it's dead.
Yeah.
So she goes, she plugs it
Plugs
in.
it in.
So I think like these are the three things, like set up, set up, set up. And then the third knock happens. And now she's really freaked out because obviously this lady is harassing her. What else is going to happen? So this is the scene snapshot of her closing the flue and trying to get all the smoke out, and extremely panicked, as one would be.
Yeah.
She should have called the cops. She should have called the cops after the second. Listen, I get it. Cops are only minutes away, right? I'm all for like have your own defense, but
Yeah,
Call
while,
the cops.
while the phone is plugged
the
in.
cops. yeah,
To
call the
yeah,
cops.
call the
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like there's all these little tiny things that just kind of add up and aggravated me about some
Yeah.
of the decision making or lack thereof. Yeah.
But
that kinda
okay,
bothered
so
me.
with that already,
And the phone was working at that point. The main phone.
the phone
Yeah.
was working.
She
But
didn't
what
even
I
need her cell phone.
What I think though is I think that these I'm gonna kind of jump ahead, but I feel like the strangers are actually adequately ready to take on whatever situation happens. So if she calls 911, they're already gonna try and finish her sooner than what they intended. They intended to play with her and play with him a little bit more, but 1 out of 2 kills is better than none. I think in their eyes.
They're very smart in the worst possible
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're incredibly smart. Yeah, so she doesn't answer the door, but is freaked out by the fourth knock. The doll face presumably leaves. And then what, freaked me out was, second knock happens. She looks in the back, and this is the setup for me that there's a barn in the backyard, which I don't know. I've been to rural areas and grew up in rural areas, but no one had a barn. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like,
Or is
that's
it like a
back there.
shed?
They
Just
refer to
big
it as a
shed.
barn, but it does kind of just like a big
Yeah.
shed. It doesn't have any animals in it. Yeah, sorry. Third knock. And this is where she finds that the smoke alarm has been moved. And I think her cell phone is still there.
The wire is cut, right? Also, in that same scene.
No, I think it's still eventually, which I'm just gonna.
Sorry about that.
No.
My bad.
I need to not even go too much. Her phone gets thrown in the fire, so they've
Ooh.
taken it at some point and thrown it in the fire.
Well, I
And
don't
it's
think I
kind of like a
noticed that part.
split. Really?
Yeah, she never knew. She just saw that the phone wasn't there, but then later the camera shows you that the phone
Yeah,
is in
sorry.
the fire.
Oh, okay.
So all she knows is that they took it, but she didn't know
Yeah.
what happened to it.
Thank you, Sen. Yes. Third knock happens. Runs to the bedroom and actually uses the landline now to call Jimmy and let him know what's going on. And then it's interesting how he, not that you have to believe her, but I mean, she's calling frantic and she's home alone. But he's, are you sure? You didn't answer the phone, you didn't answer the door, did you? It's, of course not. I'm not going to answer the door while you're gone. And this is where, I say the suit guy appears. So I don't know if this is.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah.
She's
behind
hurriedly
her.
gotten dressed. Yeah, I kept waiting
Yeah.
for her to be in that outfit that I knew she was going to be in when he shows up behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagine he probably watched her strip down and put clothes on.
Could be.
Creep.
Of course.
What a creep.
True.
Yep.
Well, if she's in the bedroom, so is this the scene where she sees him? Because obviously I didn't do the best with my
Yes.
note taking. Is this where she sees him in the back, or is this the one? No, because she doesn't see him when he's sneaking up behind
Yeah.
her in the kitchen.
He like
Right,
jumps up
she
the
There
doesn't
window.
we
see him.
go. Okay. My
What a
notes are
great
failing
shot
me.
too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. And what I've noticed with go ahead.
It makes you kind of feel like somebody's always. When I first watched this, I was always like looking behind me, like you go get like a drink of water, like hey, there's somebody in that dark hallway. So yeah,
what I've known with the cinematography and trying to do snapshots is that it's always like 1v1 all the time. It's just one camera angle and then the other camera angle, because I'm trying to get both of them in frame in some shots and they don't, or it's out of focus, but both, Jimmy and Kristen are in frame. It's really weird, but it's more or less like it would happen in real life. You're not going to have people really, you're not going to get an aerial shot of what's going on. It's going to be from your eyes. But yeah.
I would have been turning on all the lights in that freaking house, but they kept the
Yes,
place so
great.
dark. What the hell? This is one thing that aggravates me about horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to make the characters dumb to be, to get an impact, because if we have common sense on how we would handle things, and now in a stressful environment, your common sense goes out the window. So, in a situation like that, you don't really know what you're going to do unless you train for it.
Yeah, but it's dark.
It's dark. So you want to go turn on all the
I
lights,
want to
right?
see.
So,
I want to see everything.
right. You want to turn on all the lights so that you can see things. And that's an instinct that you would have. So if she did that, she turned on all the lights and it still didn't affect anything, I think that'd be much scarier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Instead of just making them dumb. And you're like, okay, well, I wouldn't make that stupid decision. That's, well, you deserve to get shot, or whatever.
Yeah, but I think if she turned on all the lights, then they would just cut the power.
Yeah.
Like they have so
that would
many
be
things
much
in
more
there.
effective.
That is
Yeah,
true.
that would have been actually that would have been a cool choice. Like, turn on all the lights right away. Don't be one of those dumb horror people. And then the lights go dark. So then you are forced to, and that's something I could go along with so much more than them just leaving rooms dark and hallways dark. It's like,
Yeah.
Well, that would also
Or
allow
the-
her to know that there is a threat, right? Because up until the point until she sees him, she thinks it's weird. She's getting knocked at the door. She's a little frantic, but she doesn't feel in true threat to herself. So if she was to turn on the lights and then all of a sudden the power goes off, then she knows 100% she's in threat. So I think it would take away from certain scenes, like him behind her in a certain scene, or them creeping around. I don't know. I just feel like it would take away from it.
What I enjoyed from this is I was convinced, and I'm sure you guys were convinced too, that she did not know, but the viewers kind of got the hint that they were like 5-6 steps ahead of her the whole time. They had everything figured out. They obviously planned out this scheme, this house invasion thing they were doing. At least days before, because it was long travel, obviously, because they're in the middle of nowhere. That's what I enjoyed about it, because you knew she was, nothing was going to work for her. She was going to try, but
Yeah.
Yeah. And then around this time, Jimmy comes home. This is where you see that quick shot of the cell phone being in the fire, which is like, okay, crap. That's one of their 2 phones. Because you know that Jimmy does have a phone, because he used that to call Mike, which he's coming up soon. So phone is in the fire. And then this is where you see that the... Never mind. Jimmy realizes that his phone he left in the car, because he sees all this stuff. He knows that Kristen's frantic, so he's just, okay, well, I'll grab my phone. We'll get out of here. Walks out to his car, and it's completely vandalized. Tires slashed. The window has been cracked and things like that, and smashed and whatnot. One of the cons I didn't like to this was that they didn't hear anything. They
right.
didn't hear
That's
any-
right.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
silently broke
Yep.
the windows and
Silently.
spray painted
Yeah.
the car. And
ASMR.
one thing,
Slash
Yeah,
the
see,
tires.
it's a thing.
Yeah.
One thing I really enjoyed about this part, right before the whole car slash thing, I personally thought that this was going to be a Scream type thing.
Oh,
Everything's happening, and all of a sudden, conveniently, the guy walks in. What's happening? I'm like, oh no,
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy's the
I get
villain.
it.
And then shortly after, when they went outside, I'm like, I don't think he'd want to go through all of that, being the villain and whatnot.
Oh no, my car was
Good.
vandalized.
If he was
Yeah.
really dastardly and he really wanted her to believe it, he could arrange for them to be chasing and hunting them, and then he turns out to be the one to want to kill her for some
Right.
reason. She has
Exactly what I thought.
Oh,
Is-
he
is
could have wanted to
backup
kill her.
plan if she says no.
Oh
He
yeah.
could have wanted, yeah, exactly. Yeah, because she said no, exactly. Same line of thought, David. Yeah. Yeah, it all planned. All of his friends were going to show up and harass them.
That's not a
That's a
bad
different
plot.
movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Great
all
plot, and then it all goes wrong.
Yeah.
Poor Mike.
Oh my gosh. But this leads to one of the really scary parts of the movie. I mean, all of it was pretty scary watching it for the first time, but just my heart kept beating super quick at this point where he goes to the car and one of the females, or that's more of a female hand,
It looks like that.
touches the back of his neck when he's looking for his phone or looking for something in the car. Ugh,
And
still
then
unnerving.
magically
Absolutely not.
disappears very quick as soon as
Boom.
he turns
Yeah,
around.
That's
God.
what I didn't really like.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I wrote
he
that
didn't-
down. Yeah.
He didn't bother to taunt it or, hey, who's back there? Nope.
One theory that, because I watched a couple of explainer videos, and one of the theories was like, what if they were ghosts? Like, what if they weren't real?
Ooh.
Right?
That would also have been an awesome plot at the end where you think maybe there's a way to get out of it, and then you find out they're not even human. You're like, well, I'm dead.
Why
Give
bother
up.
now?
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was one of the creepy parts that I was like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that would freak me the hell out.
I'd be
just
down the
turning on his
block
car.
halfway
Yeah.
around.
No.
I'd be
Yeah.
at the neighbor's house.
See you
like,
later.
"Hey." Yeah.
We'll call
She
Run
already
for the
said
morning for you,
no. Just
Kristen.
leave her. Just like dude, just leave Kristen and just run.
So mean, Nadia. So mean.
I love how you tried to drive off when he knew the tires were slashed too. They were moving
Yeah,
like
thank
maybe
you.
2 miles an hour, reversing. I'm like, well, yeah, you guys can get away. This
Yeah.
They're just walking beside his car
yeah,
with the knife.
just watching him. All right.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so he was at this point, he goes back inside. No. Yeah. Yeah. He goes back inside and then he goes to look for his phone, which makes sense. This crazy thing happened to him looking for his phone and realizes that the battery is taken out of the back of it. I know early 2000s kid, even like mid 2000s kids don't know, but yeah, I used to have to, I don't know, would you charge just the battery itself or you could just plug in the phone itself? Was it the battery charging?
feel-
Somebody obviously
Like,
can't
you
use the
take
phone.
out
without
the battery and put it on a battery charger, right?
Was
Think
it?
so.
Could you do it straight from the phone with the battery plugged in?
I don't remember. It's been so
I
long
don't
since I've had a
remember
either.
phone like that. But he didn't go look for his phone after he went back inside because he got all distracted at the car. It was then later he sees his phone just lying there without the
Okay.
battery.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I was thinking, well, why can't you just plug it up and call? Because I was thinking, wouldn't it work if you plug it up at least? But it's been ages since I've had a phone like
Yeah.
that. So.
I think old phones you used to have to take the battery out and plug it in. I feel
Right,
I
but
remember
would he
that.
be could
You
no?
like that
So
one?
she took her phone and she plugged her phone up
In.
to a charger
Yes.
to,
Yeah.
to like a cord. So I was thinking, of course, maybe they didn't have a cord that would fit, but I was thinking, couldn't he just plug that phone up using her cord and make the call to the cops or something?
Man.
Well,
Cell phones
that-
mess all horror movies up.
I know,
For whatever
right?
reason, this wasn't their number one priority.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
They just
okay.
like
We'll let it go.
suffering.
We'll let it go.
Yeah, yeah.
We're nitpicking.
Just
We're
love
nitpicking.
the thrill of
now.
suffering.
Okay. Yeah. So, notices. Well, he doesn't notice, but he does notice that the battery's gone off the back of his phone. And then he decides for them both Kristen and Jimmy, to hop in the car. And this is where Luke was saying, very slowly try and
Yes.
back out of the driveway.
Nice getaway.
Oh my gosh. And this one, it really feels like they're surrounded. So you have a pinup girl in the back, in the truck, actually ramming them forward. And they can't go forward because they have man in the mask
Yeah.
right in front of them. So it's you're kind of screwed either way.
I
You're
can
gonna
run him over.
Although, yeah, forward.
very slowly though.
You're
Very
right, yeah.
slowly, so
Yeah.
he could just back up.
Yeah, I
and he'd
think
be
he has
fine.
more of the brains.
It's like a Zamboni, just very slowly. Stay there.
Hold there just stay there while I run you over.
Running them over slowly.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so from here he realizes he can't get away, and they're honestly they're amping it up each time. I feel like they're really amping it. At first it's just we're gonna play with you, we're gonna take your phones, and we're going to let you know that you're going crazy. I don't know why, but that was closed. The flue was closed, and so now all this smoke is piling into the house. So it could be of your own doing that maybe you asphyxiate or you can't solve this problem. But now it's I think after Jimmy, the back of his neck gets touched, I feel like they're really amping it up.
Yeah.
And now now you know that we're here.
Now that was the first time that anybody got touched by them, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Until then, they just
Now they know they're willing to do that.
And I love the filming too, where they framed everything so well. The framing in this movie is fantastic. And you have them really far away. You can't really see them. At first, you can't see them at all. They're in the dark, and then you see them really far away, and then they get closer and closer. And they're in the house, and then they're right in front of you in the window, and then they're touching your neck, and you're just feeling all this stuff yourself. You just feel it kind of coming in and constricting on you. And I think that it did a great job of just tightening that noose and making it scarier.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm one of those people that hates the monster reveal in a movie. Then I stop being scared. But I think they did an excellent job of keeping the villains just out of reach so that you can't figure it out.
Yeah.
The
No identity.
uncertainty is scarier than them,
It ruins the thrill, when they reveal their. That's why I was, very satisfied when they didn't take off their masks. But really quick, I'd like to agree with you on the framing. The framing is wonderful, like you said. Like the scenes when it's very still and you're waiting. I think that the purpose for that was to expect anything at any time, like anything to pop out or something to happen in the background, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's great.
I actually missed the guy in the mask behind her in the house the second time I watched it this time. And then I don't know how I missed that because I caught it the first time and then it had been so long since I'd seen it again. And then I didn't recognize it until somebody told me it was there. And I was like, oh yeah, crap. Holy
You would have been
I was looking for it.
Hello.
I knew he was going to be there because I've
There's a
seen the
guy right
picture
there.
so many times. I was looking not at her, but at the shadow behind her.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Haunting of Hill House, where you have to look for the ghosts in the background and people count them and stuff? Yeah.
That is another fantastic production.
Yes, Mike Flanagan is
Gold.
Yes, agree. Midnight Mass, top tier.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
good.
Okay, that's gonna get us all off topic then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The strangers.
It's a whole another loophole right there.
There you go. That's another movie or episode.
Another rabbit hole.
Yeah, but like Andy and you guys have talked about is that the way that they're filming almost is for the viewer that you know that they're in control, that they're constantly having eyes on what's going on inside and outside the house, which is insane. I mean, obviously with 3 people, you have more eyes to kind of check. And I think that they do and have discussed who tracks whom at different times because there's no way that all of them can track one person at one time. But yeah, with having 3, it's a conquer and divide. It's crazy. Yeah. So at this point, obviously it's not going to work for them to stay in the car, so they run back inside, which this is what's difficult with me taking notes, like inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. And the knocks just kind of add a little bit more. Obviously it amps it up for people watching, but as far as trying to figure out what happens at what point, I'm like, oh my gosh. And you don't want to miss anything because even something as small as a smoke detector going off and it placed in a different location alerts her and alerts you as the audience is that they're moving this. They're doing these little things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So they are back inside now, and Jimmy is looking for his gun, or his father's gun, actually.
Yeah.
So he's rifling through the bookcase, looking for everything, which I think he would understand the size of the gun, because it's a rifle. Why did he look in the bookcase that's that narrow? Like, the rifle's got to be right here.
I thought he was looking for ammo.
What
That
was
was
he in that one?
later.
Yeah.
Later,
Yeah.
he specified he was looking for ammo.
Maybe what I was saying was maybe there was ammo there at one point.
Okay.
You know how you would have maybe a memory, like was it because you're like when you're 8
high
versus
stressful.
when you're 28, the size of the world is different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I remember my dad was a giant and it was like way up there, but I can't remember where it was. It's just over the top of the lip of the thing. But, you know, in his mind, it's like, I know there's something up there. I can't really see what it is. Maybe it was the ammunition, and he pulled all the books off. There was nothing there. He's like, well, the gun's up here at least. So grab the gun. And he's like, I can't find the ammunition. So where's the ammunition? At least that's how I read it.
True. Question to the guys: where would you keep a gun? Would you have kept it on top of a bookshelf, or would you keep it next to your bed? Would you keep it by the front door?
All
Up
the
on a
above.
bookshelf because I'm a very light sleeper. And
Thank you,
I feel like
Nadia. Too.
there you go.
I thought
Right
that was
beside your
great.
bed? Right beside your bed? When
On
you're out of
you?
your bed? On your person. Yes.
In my hand while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great place for the rifle because of its length. I did not like that it was broken down. It should have been already put
Yeah.
together because if you're it's for a home invasion. You don't have the Second Amendment for deer. You have it for this very scenario, and he's not prepared. But I love the placement because you've got kids in the house. It's a summer home. You know, they could get into stuff. It's up there where they can't reach it, but somewhere where you can reach it as an adult. I thought that was great. But where's his pistol? That's what he should have
Yeah.
under his bed.
Yeah, there's no time for that.
No,
No time for that in the crisis. You have what? How many seconds in a home invasion, David?
about 3.
3 seconds.
Yeah.
3 seconds.
Most homes are cleared within 3 seconds. Of course, ours is like a 1-bedroom, so ours would take like 2. So
Yeah.
you know, but it's really, really quick. You have about 3 seconds to make a response and
Wow.
take out.
Wow,
the
really?
opponent. Yeah.
That's why people should be responsible gun owners, because I always tell them,
Yeah.
call the police, but they're going to be minutes away when you need seconds to defend yourself.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
Yep.
especially women.
hmm
And the cops aren't there to stop a robbery or a murder. They're there to document what happened afterwards.
And
Yep.
this is Texas, so God bless Texas.
Yeehaw.
Well, yeehaw. But they didn't have. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the strangers did not have a weapon on them, did they?
No.
They
Okay, then
Well,
They
that's-
had,
that's
like-
it. They
Why
did.
would
They-
a knife
the
hurt
hatchet?
to hold around? You know?
Yeah.
I think whatever weapons they had might have been from what was there on the property, like maybe from
Yeah.
the shed,
Yeah.
knives from inside the house.
Go get like
Yeah, they have that
a
axe they were
pitchfork
walking
or
around for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I assume that came from the shed.
Yep. And
Which
they
I
had like the
do
outline
have a
of it in the
picture.
thread later.
Yeah, I do have a picture for that when it comes up, which
Yeah.
just proves that they're opportunistic.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about studying. I mean, it's a mixture of studying and opportunistic because, yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're
Right.
going to do. They've maybe cased it right before they showed up and figured out what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
yeah,
That reminds me of that serial
Freaky.
killer in California that just recently got caught a year or so, where he would break into people's houses while they weren't home, hide his weapons in the house, so
Oh,
that when
wow.
you would break in finally to go after them, he would know, like, hey, I've got a knife here, I've got a gun here. I think it was the Green River
it the
Killer
Green River or
Or-
Golden State? I get them
or
confused.
Golden State. I think it's
Golden State.
Patton Oswald's wife that wrote the book on him.
Okay.
Like
That's
the-
so unsettling.
His wife that passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he would just break in and just leave stuff around to utilize when he would come back and torture couples. Yeah.
Terrifying.
Wow. That unlocked a new fear.
Oh,
Oh, free
I'm gonna
gun.
just scout out my old
Pick
house.
your beds
before I
under
come
your
in.
bed. All this stuff.
Yeah.
Although free gun, or
Yeah.
true. True.
We
true,
should
true.
reverse the roles and we should hide everything around the house just in case.
Yeah.
Not to be more off tangent, but another creepy thing is the stories of people who would live in people's houses and they wouldn't know that they
Oh.
were there
Oh,
like
yeah,
in-
yeah.
in the
Isn't
attic.
there
or
There's
Frog
something.
such a
or
good
something?
movie about that.
Like in
Yeah.
the walls and stuff. Yes.
Oh,
there's
Yeah.
too many about that.
Creepy.
Too many.
there's probably one called In the Walls.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I remember one particular story. Guy was like, "What's going on?" Because food would be missing out of his fridge, and then finally he set up a camera, and he would see this
Yeah.
woman like crawl out of the ceiling, out of the vents, and yeah,
Jeez. No. It's
Yeah.
creepy.
So back to the
Speaking
good
of
old
creepy,
home invasion.
yeah.
yeah.
That's creepy.
Sorry.
Speaking of creepy,
Anyway.
at this point, they barricade themselves in the room and they're looking for ammo.
Yeah.
And when, so they do find the ammo, and when Jimmy James goes and finds the ammo, I think, yeah, when he finds the ammo, they load it up, and I remember Kristen saying and being a little bit confused and perplexed. So you don't know how to use a gun? You said that your dad would take you shooting or hunting all the
Right.
time, and he goes, "What? How?" He say like, "Oh, not messing up online, guys, help me."
He said, no, I never did. And then he had this look on his face, like I was wanting him to explain more. Like, did he lie to her and say that he did? And then he just told her the truth that he just is. I thought you went on. No, I never did.
I just made it up.
I wish
yeah.
I did. I made that.
Yeah, he
shit.
said
Yeah.
something like
I'd
that.
be like, you know what? Like, no wonder she dumped him. What a freaking loser.
He's a pathological
Oh,
liar.
come on.
Come on.
It's one thing. He wasn't expected to. He didn't think that it was going to be a life or death situation.
Well, where are the
Oh, yeah.
cigarettes?
True. Maybe they stole the cigarettes. Luke, they
He
stole
went
the
out
cigarettes.
to see another woman.
Mhm.
Wait, no, he wanted her. She didn't win.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. New scenario unlocked, Luke.
See?
I'll show
Yeah,
you.
think about these things.
Write it as a fanfic, Luke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
there
was
you
about to say, yeah.
I'll work on it.
Yeah, so they're back inside. And this is where, okay, my man, the coolest guy. Let's see. One sec. This one. I'm trying to pick up the right one. Yeah.
Hey.
So,
Yeah, I remember him now.
yeah. So it's
at
Always
that.
Sunny,
Oh.
Sunny. He's from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, I looked it up, but I never watched that, so that's probably why I never.
Oh my
I didn't
gosh.
recognize his face.
It's all right, Sin. I've never seen an episode either.
Yeah, I'm not.
It was a
Has
little
Oh,
satisfying
jeez
seeing
Louise.
him.
zero appeal for me.
Yeah.
I know my brothers love it though.
On Always Sunny, maybe a little.
Just a little.
Only
You
because
gotta at least watch one episode.
You do.
I'll watch one
I-
episode with Sin if she'll watch Twilight with me.
I am not watching Twilight. Give it up.
What is up
Nadia,
with you
it's
and
not
Twilight,
happening.
Nadia?
This is my Twilight shirt. Ho ho ho.
Oh,
nice.
Gosh. Do you love it unironically
No,
or for
yeah,
serious?
yeah, no, I
Okay.
have never read the book.
Good.
I think it's
About to
ridiculous.
boot you out.
I think it's
Bye,
hilarious.
Nadia.
I think it's hilarious. Just watch it as a comedy. That's why I
Okay.
want to watch
Oh,
You know, Nadia, I
Okay.
think I'm gonna try to get Brawler to do a Twilight stream.
That'd be awesome.
my
I want to
goodness.
see it. I want to see it.
Yeah.
boy.
He'll probably just laugh at me.
I watched it for the first, well, when it first came out. I think I got it on DVD. So not when it first came out. When it went straight to DVD, or when it went to DVD, I remember watching it with my sister, and I looked at her. I'm like, this is bad, right? And she said, yeah, this is really bad. And I go, I'm gonna give it a second chance and see if I missed anything. And it just as bad the second time.
I watched all of them for the first time 3 years ago. Did a marathon, and I was
Oh,
just
man.
cackling. My husband refused to watch any of them except the last one. He's like, "You can watch all of them, and then I'll watch the last one with you." Which, by the way, the last one's a part 2. It's like a part 2 of it. And he's
Wow.
like, "What's going on? What's that?" Just how he is. But they're hilarious. They're hilarious if you take them as a comedy.
Pro Jacob.
Hashtag team
It was better. It was better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
All right.
well, we're better.
I would be that by default just because I can't stand the other guy's face, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I can't- it's hard to look. He's hard to look at.
I liked him as Batman. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he was a
The
good
older
guy.
I get, the more I'm hashtag what's her name, Bella's father, the one who's put through the
Oh.
ringer throughout the
Oh.
Yeah,
movies.
right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry, off
put
tangent.
the
Back to
world.
No,
Screech
no
Off.
worries, no worries, no worries.
From the world.
But a great show. It's Always Sunny. This is where its name is Dennis, and it's Always Sunny. But Glenn
He is Dennis.
Howard?
Glenn Howerton. Yeah, I will not
Mhm.
not know him as Dennis, which I was expecting him to get super angry at some point and just yell at
Right?
Charlie, who's not
Right?
there. Just Charlie.
Freak out on somebody.
He just walks down the hallway and doesn't say anything.
That
I'm like,
was
I know
one of
you
the-
can talk shit.
Oh man.
yeah, that was.
Wrong
Freaking
time,
did.
wrong place.
So mad. You know, it's like you got so much. It's hello, anybody? Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
didn't like
normal.
that.
Somebody would be like, "Hey, I'm here, Mike. Where are you?" Or his
Yeah,
Jimmy, where are you?
I thought that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
that was a terrible setup because as soon as he actually before he even no when he came in the house and he didn't like say anything at the door, I'm like, oh, I know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
and it was really
Yeah.
annoying because it was so illogical.
Yes.
You know, at this point, he doesn't know anything about strangers. He just thinks his friends are there, so he
Right.
would be calling out to them.
Exactly.
He has no
Okay.
reason to be quiet. He doesn't need to be
Um,
stealthy.
Right.
Devil's advocate, though, I kind of maybe can see it from another side where I'm like thinking, okay, I'm going into this house and it looks like there's been like bad things have happened in here. And should I actually say anything? Because now I'm scared that there's a killer in the house, right? So it's like, should I be quiet or should I say something? Because either I call out and my friends are okay and they're like, yeah, hey, we're in the room, or I say something and there's somebody that's going
Mike Myers.
out at me.
Yeah.
You know, so
I thought about that, but the thing is, most of the time, homicides are committed by someone that a person knows, that the victim knows. And so I was thinking that maybe his thought process could be things went really bad. They got in
Yeah.
this big fight and somebody
Yeah.
got hurt or killed, you know. So,
Right.
like, I think strangers probably wouldn't even enter his brain
Mm.
at
Would
all.
if you guys were Mike and you're in that situation, would you consider a home invasion as an option if you went to your friend's house? Like if we went to Megan and Kyle's house and Kyle just called me or something at 4 a.m. and said, "Hey, come pick me up. It didn't work out or something."
Yeah.
And I know
Yep.
there's something going on there.
Yep.
And then I come in, I'm like, I didn't hear from them for a while, so I go check on them, and their house is completely destroyed and there's stuff everywhere. I would assume domestic violence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I also, being a Marine, I wouldn't rule it out. And the first thing I would think is, who am I about to kill tonight? You know.
Yeah.
But
In that
I'm
scenario,
also a
Megan would be
Marine,
on
so-
top.
Yeah.
Hoorah.
Yeah. I have to get up and go feed Coco real quick, so I will be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
I personally would just be yelling around. That's all I'd be like, hello.
Hello, is anybody here?
Anyone
You know, what if
here?
someone's wounded and they need help? They can
Right.
call out.
Yeah,
It's just
right.
that was a terrible setup for that.
So just sneaking
awful.
around.
Yeah,
I think if
it was
I
very
would-
contrived.
If I
Yeah.
opened the door and saw the house in the way it was, I would not continue on. I would probably turn back,
Hmm.
go to my
Go
car,
call the
cops.
You have the
And if
phone.
or
Right.
had my firearm on me, then go back in if need be. But yeah, if
Yeah.
the house is in that disarray, I'm not putting myself in danger. I mean, I'll throw Newt under the bus. So
Of course. Anytime you can throw a new.
There is another part to this scene. This is one of those where the music is playing.
Yeah, and he
So-
doesn't turn it off. That was annoying.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
stop.
I want that
And I
music
could
to
see
stop.
that as being like, okay, maybe you don't want to scream over the music, but then my next thought would be, let's turn off the music.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
He could also think.
He
James
kept the
could also
music
think
playing,
that
but
he could
why?
possibly think that. Oh well, it's the strangers or whatever guy is going to come and kill me now because he's turning off the music. So it could be maybe a mixture of different things that he's. I don't know. I can't imagine being in that much fear and just like, okay, I have to check on my friends and make sure they're okay. But I'm wondering at what certain point does he turn around and actually see the man in the mask?
Right.
Like, does he start following him as so? All that to say, he's in the car. He gets the voicemail from his friend saying, and leaves a voicemail for James saying, "Hey, I'm here, about to pick you up. Where are you?" And then ends the voicemail, and then he's still on the phone when a rock or something gets chucked at his car.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot about that.
That
He
startles
kind of
him.
just brushes it off.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
weird.
it was bird poop.
Might have been something falling
Yeah.
from the tree for all he knew. You know, they are out in the woods and
Yeah, nice crab
pine
apple.
cones fall down. And
But yeah, so he hops out of the car, and then he really sees the disarray that is the front yard, the car being smashed. And this is where he's starting to learn, okay, something has really gone wrong.
Yeah.
Walks
Like,
in, yeah.
at that point, why are you walking in the house? You see the car how it is. Call the cops.
Yeah.
exactly, and you knew
Why
there
are
was
you-
problems. You know, it's just
You know what?
yeah.
You all
I
can make
hated
fun of me for
hated
Newt
that.
all you want.
They were
but I
just
will
having
tell
too much
you,
fun.
Out of all of us, I would be the one to survive situations like this because you all would be like, "Let's go in and help the
No,
person."
I
No,
would not. I would not. I absolutely. I
soon as-
would be like, yeah, no, calling the cops. I got my gun
Yeah.
with me.
No way,
The
man.
rock hits the car. You get out.
I'm out of there. I'll call from a distance, like, "Hey,
This
That's
is an
what-
example of
going
people
on?"
doing stupid stuff in a horror movie. This is the
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff that pisses me off.
Well, then I
Yeah.
would be killed. I would just look, okay, what's going on? Is everyone okay?
Is the party still going on?
Yeah.
Looks
Megan
pretty
would be the
bad
first
out
to
here.
die.
Yeah.
I guess Mike was a Gemini.
Yeah, probably was. He's caring. He's caring just like James for sure. Yeah, so he walks inside, sees everything in disarray, and then as he's slowly, very slowly walking down the very long hallway,
Yeah. Checking
He-
every door except for behind him.
Mhm.
Oh,
he
I'm
does
interested.
he does kind of like look over his shoulder and the guy's gone. So, and yeah, he has this
These
huge
guys must have really
axe.
great cardio routines, man. The way
Yeah,
they
these
just
guys
in
are
a scene and they're
so
out.
quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So stealthy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's part ninja.
Wearing socks.
Yep.
You know, maybe he is a ghost, like you said, guys.
Yeah.
He could have just disappeared. You know,
Could be.
he wants to
I don't.
show his apparition when he wants to.
I don't know. I feel like this goes into play. I mean, obviously they can't be super quiet all the time. There has to be some type of flaws with them, but I can see that they've done this several times.
Well,
yeah.
At the end,
Right?
the comment that they
know.
make at the end makes me wonder if this was
Be-
their
yeah.
first. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wasn't?
that's-
Were they
yeah.
practicing though?
Or
Practicing
it was.
maybe this
for
was
it.
like a
Thank
practice
you.
run. It'll be
Yeah.
easier next time or something like that.
Yeah,
Right.
that's exactly what he
It'll be
said.
quicker
And
next
it
time.
makes it
Which,
think
by the
that
way,
they.
won't be easier next
It
time.
sounds like
because
they
the
almost had
franchise
remorse
sucks.
then. Like,
Second one does
felt,
suck.
did that mean they felt bad about what they did? Because, like, I mean, it'll be easier. That mean them saying that is almost like we won't like have any remorse next time. And
Yeah,
it'll
well,
I
be-
don't think
Maybe.
it's remorse. I think it's easier in a sense. We'll learn from the mistakes.
It'll be
because
carried
there
off
are-
better.
oh,
yeah,
okay.
Be
there are
carried
points-
off better.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's points where
That's
you
what I
realize,
remember.
like, oh, maybe they're gonna get away with it. Kristen and Jimmy, they're gonna survive, and then obviously
that's a good point,
well,
Nadia.
one of them.
Yeah, logistically easier.
They're like, it took way too long. The sun came up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, should have came
Which
up.
it did. It did
Yeah.
take way too
Hours
long.
ago.
It did come up, yeah.
Yeah,
Finally.
We gotta
but,
stop being
like,
so sadistic. Just gets to the point.
Yeah. Like, come on, be more efficient, guys.
Yeah.
Although, so when James,
James.
when
I've been
James,
switching between Jim and James. Essentially,
when
the
James
same.
Jimmy.
took
James better.
when James left the second time, that
Was dumb.
that broke my suspense of
Mhm.
disbelief. I'm like, you don't leave the girl you supposedly love sitting there. Why is she sitting there on the front steps? Like at this
Outside.
point, she's so vulnerable. She's outside. She has
Yeah.
no. She doesn't want to go back inside because there's people in there, and she can't like go into the woods because it's dark. Because the dude with the gun decided to run off by himself in the
Well,
freaking
okay.
woods. There's
This is where I could see. Okay, so what happens before, which kind of alluded to. So Mike walks down the hallway and gets blasted by James, who has a shotgun, thinking that he's one of the strangers.
Mhm.
Which I yelled, "Oh, Dennis, no!" and I was really upset.
No, Dennis.
I want him to survive a little bit longer because I think he only had about 3 minutes of screen time. I think when I calculated it, it was really sad. Yeah.
Happened so quick too.
It was real quick. But this is where I think after they're crying over him because James doesn't want Kristen to see what's going on and who he
Yeah.
shot. Again, really caring for her, not wanting her to get really emotional about what's going on and kind of sheltering her. They find out or she finds out, and then now he's on a mission. Now he's on a mission to kill these guys who essentially made him kill his friend, which they didn't really do that, but
Yeah.
essentially they did. The circumstances led them to him to kill his friend. And this is where he lets Kristen know, hey, there's a radio in the barn in the back, which again, set up payoff. She looked in the backyard, there's a barn. There's a radio in that barn. And I'm going to take off. I'm going to take my gun and I am going to make a call. Which beforehand, I am forgetting that there is a scene with the strangers trying to break in with the axe.
Mhm.
Forgetting
Right.
at what point
Front
that,
door.
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that is before Mike shows up.
You gotta get
That's
some
a
shining
bust.
in there.
Oh yeah.
They were just doing that for a fear tactic because they
Mhm.
obviously have already
Yeah.
gotten in. They weren't. They were just trying to pull
Oh, they
in
were playing
Jack
with him
Nicholson.
the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't out
Here's-
Jack Nicholson though. I mean, come on. And we
Here's
should do
Johnny.
we should do a stream about The Shining. For
Here's
God's
Dolphins.
sake, please, let's do one.
Shining.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm seeing that
For-
in IMAX. Just,
I think that's coming to.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
was gonna say
Serious?
Yeah.
coming to the big
I got
screen.
tickets for it.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
Is that like now?
Yeah, you can buy
It's
tickets
coming
now.
soon.
It's
Yeah.
December
Let me see if it goes to
12th
my local.
through the
December
I got
12th.
I think.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be in New Jersey, so I don't know if I might try to go.
Yeah,
see
tickets
it.
are on sale now. I would highly recommend buying them now, folks.
When
if
did
you
you
want to see
say?
it, 'cause
December what?
I think it's December 12th, maybe. You can find the tickets through Fandango and then.
Well, I'm getting mine
look
tonight.
there. But yeah,
That's
it's the
awesome.
first time ever shown in IMAX too, because it's for the
Wow.
Nice.
45th
That'd be
anniversary.
amazing.
It's my top. It's my third favorite movie of all time. So
1980. That's right.
Nice.
Good
Awesome.
taste.
I'm weird. I
That's
go
that's
The
my
Thing,
attention.
Gone with the Wind, and then
Gone with
The
the Wind.
Shining.
What's number 2?
Gotta switch it up.
The Gone with the
Gone
Wind.
with the Wind is number two.
Number 2.
Oh, what's number 1 then?
The Thing.
The Thing.
Okay.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
John Carpenter's The Thing?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
That's a good
It's one
one.
of my
No, the
favorite.
remake.
It's the only reason I had a career in film, because I used to do special effects makeup for film and stuff.
Okay.
That's the
Yes.
only reason
cool.
why.
I love that one too.
That was a great one.
Those are my 2 favorite scary movies. Shining and The Thing. Yeah. We have a lot in common, Nadia.
Alien would be number 4, like the original Alien.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a harrowing film.
Solid choices.
Oh, there it is. Yep, December 13th.
Nice. And then before I
Nice.
forget, reading the comments. Hello, Sin, and everyone else. I hope you're all okay. I'm okay, and really like this film. Have you heard that Christina Loken is executive producing a live-action film version of Fantastic Max for her kids? No, I did not know that.
What is Fantastic Max anyway? I hadn't heard that, but I don't.
know. Let's see.
Let's Google
I
it.
didn't even know she had kids now. But I don't keep up with
Christina
her
Loken.
too much.
Never even heard of her.
She's the chick who was the female Terminator in T3.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Never seen T3. I've only seen T1 and 2. That's it.
Those are
Same here.
the I watched
Yeah.
them all because I love Terminator, but really the rest don't count except maybe Salvation, but I have issues with that one too.
I like T1 better than T2, more so because it's more like a slasher.
More horror for
horror.
sure.
Same
Yeah.
reason why I like Alien better than Aliens.
I
Aliens
like
is-
Alien better than Aliens, but I like T2 slightly better than T1.
Terminator.
Before T2 came along, the Terminator was my number one.
Oh, so you like My Pet Terminator?
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. So good. Love the visuals and everything.
Yeah, it was-
Saying that you like T3 better than T2 is like saying you like Predators versus Predator.
Who said they like T3 better than T2?
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's just saying if
oh.
somebody did say that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, theoretically. No,
Or
no.
you like
I hope nobody
Badlands.
says that in this panel.
Oh my gosh.
Badlands? It's
Badlands.
so bad. Oh,
I know.
And everybody's
yeah, Jackson
fawning all
told me
over that
so.
film like it's
Yeah,
the
no
best
way.
thing
The
ever.
cast is even awful.
well, it's similar to. So I really like. I'm with Ann. I don't like showing monsters. Less is more. Let the audience put the imagination there, right? Because they'll think of the most severe thing for themselves. Badlands suffers from a lot of things, but one of the biggest things it suffers from is the fact that the helmet is off the 90% of the time.
Mhm.
The Predator is supposed to be this intimidating monster, this beast of a animal, and when his mask comes off, it's like gross, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
When you see it for 90% of the film, you get used to it.
Yeah.
It's no
Makes you
longer
lose
shocking
respect
to
for
you.
the Predator.
They
You know?
Right.
Disneyfied it. Is
It's
what
a
they did.
Mandalorian film. This
Yeah,
guy
that's
is
what they do
a
these
fight
days.
film. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, off topic again.
No,
Yeah,
no worries.
yeah.
I was looking up the Fantastic
General
Max.
horror story.
Hey, we're on Predator now?
Williams' fault this time.
What? I haven't even seen that.
So Christina Loken.
I
Yeah, Fantastic Max was just a TV series through 1988 and 1991. It's like
Oh.
kids cartoon, looks like.
Okay,
series.
I was thinking Fantastic Mr. Fox at first.
That's what I
but
was thinking
not-
too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah, so we are at where James has decided that he's going to run out to the barn. This is where I was a little bit confused. So I don't know because it's dark out. Does he
Yeah.
jump over like a moat of some sort? Because you see Kristen not make that jump, and she like
She
twists
fell
and,
right
like,
into it. Yeah.
what was
I didn't
up
know
with
what that was.
What part is
I
that?
just don't know.
I didn't know what that was.
I don't know
like,
what that was. It just like was a ditch or a moat that she just didn't see and just ran right into it. It was like unironic kind of like funny things that are just like, geez, like that. And then when she gets body checked towards the end by
yeah.
the man in the mask, I was like, oh, geez. And yeah, it wasn't supposed to make me chuckle, but kind of chuckled a little bit. I'm like,
Same
dang.
But we all know
That's
that one person stuck in the situation would fall, would trip over, just like
Of course.
She was
It's
waiting.
like,
She was
oh,
waiting
okay.
for
Call.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can name all
it
my
was
sisters.
past time.
It
It was past time. Had to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if I was in a scary movie, I'd be the first one to die. Not very fast at running, and also I could see myself just like twisting an ankle or just tripping over something.
Yeah.
Or somebody
Okay.
tripping you to
Yeah.
get
Okay.
Oh
away.
wait, who would that be, Nadia?
I don't know who that'd be.
You know,
You
not
would-
only
We'd be both hiding, and you just push me.
I'd be like, they're over there.
She's right here.
you know, there's so many stereotypes in this movie, like her tripping, and then I just thought of another thing when she hid in the closet.
Yes,
Oh,
in
come
the
on
pantry
now.
thing.
Oh,
Yes.
That
That
was
was
the
Don't do that.
in her defense, that was the most like secluded thing that she could hide. Because one, I didn't notice that pantry, which is kind of weird, and two, that was like the closest thing when the lights turned on. So I guess I can kind of see that because the lights they're cut off and then they turn right back on. So she's like
Right,
just trying to
yes.
find some place.
Before we jump ahead, though, there's something that I wanted to say about the barn scene where
Yes,
she
we can go
goes
back to that too.
and hides in the barn. I noticed in this movie that they do a really great job of using sound to make you uncomfortable.
Mhm.
You know, like the scraping and the thuds, and that's when that
Amazing.
realization came to me. I was like, oh wow, most of this is just like preying on your senses because you've got
Yeah.
the lighting, you've got the distance, you've got the sounds, and that creates this palpable, tangible sense of dread that it's just like closing in on you, you know?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
and then finally they smash the radio, which is horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of. I speaking on to what you're saying. I was sort of thinking about that in my brain before all of this stuff went down. She knows something creepy is going on at the house. She's by herself, and the fire is crackling. And to me, it was such a contrast. So the comforting sound of a crackling fire
Mm.
in the
Yeah.
midst of this scary stuff that's going on. That was something that stood out to me as well.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
sound
Mhm.
design, I really liked it.
Yeah, and the music was
Yeah.
supposed to be cheerful too,
Right.
which made it worse.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's all.
So yeah, the shots from so James runs outside, goes to the barn, but it's interesting because first, instead of going straight to the barn, he runs outside to check the stranger's car to see if they left the keys in there, which they didn't because they're not dumbasses. Like who does that?
My husband.
Sorry, Sid. But in a horror movie, no one's
He really
one's gonna
does.
do that.
I tell him all the time, but he does.
Sorry about that. Sid. But in this movie, that doesn't make sense. You're literally killing you're trying to kill these two people, and you're just gonna leave them right in the car. It
True.
seems too easy.
Right.
Yeah,
Seems too
agreed.
easy.
A shot to get away.
And then he then tries to hotwire the car because he's looking at I'm just like, you can't do that. We haven't talked about you being able to do that in this film. We're being shown that you can hotwire a car.
I totally forgot about that part. Wow.
I feel like I'm remembering the little things, but all the knife scenes they're gone. I don't even know at what point in the movie they pick up the knife. She picks up the knife.
Pretty much at the beginning. She had it most of the time.
What I didn't like for sound design, kind of talking about my cons, I didn't like that every time she picked up a knife or somebody did, it made the ching sound every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, enough. The first time
That's-
makes sense.
That's early 2000 horror movies, though, with that kind of stuff.
Didn't like it.
I didn't notice that
Yeah.
Me
at
either.
all.
Because when you edit, you notice when they place the sound effects.
Hmm.
It's like,
Yeah.
they're contrived.
Dang. But so then James heads outside once he figures out that the keys aren't in the truck. and jumps over whatever moat or whatever thing that they've had in the backyard and
Big
takes
ditch?
cover. Big ditch, yeah, something.
Yeah.
Something that nobody saw except for him. And hides behind a bush or a tree and is trying to see if he can get a good shot at the pinup girl. Because she
Yeah.
is around the barn.
Right.
So he's got eyes on her. But little does he know that she has, or then he looks to his left, looks and sees the man in the mask, then looks forward, is about to take the shot, and she has a flashlight and showing right at him, letting man in mask know to go ahead and tackle him. Or then the shot goes off, so you don't know if he got shot off and actually killed the man in the
Right.
mask.
Yeah.
Then we're back inside, which this is what the director talks about. When he's with one specific character, he really stays on them. So when Kristen is inside while James goes and gets cigarettes for her, you're only paying attention to her because the rest doesn't matter because it's told from her perspective. And then when James joins, then, we get those perspectives, which I really like because it does feel like you're immersed in what is going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, while all this is happening to James, we don't know what's happening to Kristen inside. So Kristen is waiting outside barefoot, and this is where you get Man in Mask just watching Kristen, which again, Akan, he's outside and is able to tackle James, and then is now magically back inside and is watching Kristen.
Right.
I don't know how much time has passed, but yeah, so now he's back inside, stalking her, and slowly walking up to the wide open sliding glass door. And then she thinks in this one moment, I'm just going to run after him, and I'm going to look for James or make a phone call or go to the radio in the barn. She takes off, breaks her ankle or twists her ankle from the moat, and then is crawling to the barn,
Yeah.
which is this, yeah. And again, it's always a looming threat. They're never really there besides the touch in the car to James. There's really not contact. There's just this looming threat, and that's what I love about this movie. Is that, yeah, they're right there. They know that they can hurt you. You kind of know that they can hurt you at any moment, and yet they don't.
Yeah.
So
What's the fear
cat and mouse.
of something always being over your shoulder, right? That sense that we
Right.
all sometimes get, that maybe somebody's watching us, maybe there's something there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it plays into that so well. It's
Yeah,
really, really
it's almost like they're trying to kill. Well, I'm pretty sure they are trying to kill every hope and every bit of optimism inside of you to make the killing even better.
100%.
It sounds
yeah.
it sounds so bad. I mean, it's just like so sadistic, and
It
it's,
definitely is.
Yeah,
That
great
was a
strategy
complaint that
on
some
them.
People had.
Yeah.
But they're out of line.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a chess game, where they're just kind of setting everything up, just moving the pieces,
Oh, they got checkmate.
until they got
Mhm.
nowhere left to go, and checkmate,
Yeah.
it's over.
Mhm.
And they
It's
made
almost-
a couple mistakes, and they could have had some wins if they had some good thinking there. But
Yeah, the director really thought of everything. I felt, the phone, check, phone lines cut, check. The fact that your friend's coming to save you, all right, well, you're gonna kill him yourself in a roundabout way. Thinking that you can escape to the backyard where, presumably there's a radio where you can get some help. Nope, that's not gonna work. Can you take your car? Nope, that's not gonna work. It's just every little thing that you think, and you think maybe I could just walk it there. Well, there's 3 on 2. Even if you can make it to the next house, they're not going to let you.
I'm confused. Do they rob them at the end, or are they just killing for sport?
Just killing for
think
sport.
for
That's
sport,
what
yeah.
I gather.
I mean,
Same.
are they in a cult? I wish they said more of
But-
what.
But that's
But
what
then you
makes
know
it so
them.
scary.
That's
You're right, yeah.
that's right. Because
Yeah.
now you're filling in the gaps yourself. Like, what is a cult?
Yeah.
The idea of a
Mhm.
cult, yeah, that's why.
And I think that's why the end
Cool.
was so brilliant, because it kind of shows them just being normal people.
Yeah,
hmm
seriously.
Mhm.
Just like serial
Could be
killers.
anybody. Could be one of us, or one of you guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope
Sure,
not.
that's what a killer would say, David.
That's fair.
I got nothing to
Indeed.
Sure. But yeah, so Kristen is able to make it to the barn. She does make somewhat of a call, does get to somebody, but they don't seem to send out dispatch, or maybe they don't get all the information from her.
I don't think it was even a cop.
You don't think so?
It
there
wasn't
was
clear.
something.
It just could have been someone, because some people have radios, like ham radios or just radios, whatever, truckers and stuff like that. I couldn't tell who it was she was talking to.
True.
Yeah.
It didn't sound
But
like a
anyway.
dispatch person.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's probably another amateur ham radio guy.
Yeah.
Enthusiast.
They do that.
Yeah. It just seems like a niche thing to have even in 2008. I'm like, oh, I got my ham radio in the backyard.
So
Just in
that
case
was
shit
the
goes
moment that-
down.
sorry, but
No, I just,
that was a moment that kind of confused me because at the beginning it had that phone call to the police where the girl was saying there's blood everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and then she never made it. Who made that call?
Right.
exactly, yeah.
For some
It
reason, I
wasn't
thought it
her,
was
and I
one of
thought
the
that would
kids.
be-
I
But
thought
I
it was
guess
the
it was-
mother or somebody of one of the kids. Like the kids discovered it, and then
Oh yeah.
they
Okay,
probably went to
okay.
go get an adult. That
Oh.
was my
Okay.
assumption.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That bothered me.
So, and then this is where I love, again, setup and payoff. It's
Yep.
kind of hard to see, but there is the missing axe, which, again, kind of seems a little bit corny because who draws the outline of an axe on a wall? It's just really to show you that the axe was here.
You
So-
need to know how to place it in there.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
What direction?
Wait, does it go
that
this way?
outline.
Yeah.
All of them have that outline. That's so that you know where it goes back to when you're
Oh.
done with it.
Oh, so actually, yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, they all have one.
Interesting. All right. Well, that takes away my con of the movie. One of the cons of the movie.
It was flawless.
Got none.
Oh my gosh. So then, yeah, Kristen crawls back to the house. Again, goes to the in out of the house. Crawls
Very
back
slowly.
very slowly because of her ankle, and makes it in. And this is where she's I don't know what, she's just looking around, and then they cut the lights. Correct. What do I have? Project house. Yeah, I have lights go out, and then she hides in the pantry, like Luke alluded to. So
Oh, sorry. I
closest-
didn't realize that was still going to happen. I thought we already talked about that.
No. I'm
me to
going
spoil
very,
it.
very slow through everything. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So she hides in the pantry, hopefully trying to, I guess, wait it out until everyone leaves, but they know that she's still somewhere in the house. And this is where Dollface sees her. And out of nowhere, she just thinks that there's no more danger and leaves the safe haven that is the pantry and gets
Oh.
confronted by
No,
Dollface.
Dollface saw her through the slats of the
Yeah.
pantry door. She didn't
Yeah.
leave it. She didn't leave the pantry. Dollface came up to the door. It's like they always knew she was in there or something.
Yeah, she does, but then after Dollface walks away, she comes
Oh,
out
after
of her own
yeah. I
volition,
thought you meant before that confrontation.
no, yeah,
happened.
yeah. So she walks out of her own volition for some reason.
She did that sort of stuff
Yeah.
a lot. I would have just found a spot to park and hide until everyone was gone.
We have 3 people trying to find you, though. They're gonna tear up the whole house
With the rifle, Sin, with the rifle.
Yeah,
And Before
exactly.
she broke her ankle,
Yeah.
I would have just ran into the woods and hid behind a big tree or something.
something.
Or just keep running because they didn't have any firearms on them. They had an
Right.
axe and knives. They're not going to be able
They
to.
had a
reach
car,
you.
I guess, but there were a lot of
Could have
trees,
run
so
you
it kind of
down,
hard to
but-
maneuver.
Yeah.
And her ankle.
Hide in the woods. Yeah.
That's true.
Although, adrenaline.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
hmm So at this point, we're getting to the end of the movie. So at this point, she is now confronted by Dollface, who has that long knife and makes a shing sound whenever she picks it up. And then Kristen, again, she's allowing Kristen to rummage through the drawers and try and find a weapon
This
to
little
defend
baby
herself.
knife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a knife. This is a knife. But yeah, so they have this standoff for a little bit, and then all of a sudden you see Man in Mask throw in James. And so now she knows, crap,
Yeah.
they got him. What else can I do?
Yeah.
So, yeah, checkmate, exactly. And so he tells her to run. James tells her to run. She runs to the bedroom, and before she's in the bedroom. No, she's running down the bedroom, and then that's when and I was trying to get a good snapshot of it, but as she's running, this was like the second part that kind of made me chuckle is when
like,
Man
coming
in Mask, yeah,
out of
she's
the-
running.
I thought she was coming out of
Yeah,
the
she was
morgue
coming out
into
of
the
the-
hallway.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Then why did
Yeah.
she leave? Okay,
I don't
whatever.
see. It's the thing. She
Whatever.
was leaving places a lot.
I'm just gonna say whatever.
This
Yeah,
lady simply wasn't smart.
it's true. You're right. And so she does come out of the. All I remember is that she walks out of some room or down a hallway and then just gets body checked
Yeah.
up against
Yeah.
the wall, knocks her unconscious. And this is where you get a lot of the good sound effects. Her belabored breathing. It sounds like maybe her lung has been punctured at this point.
Well, I thought
Should
that was the
wheezing.
guy.
I
I
thought so.
thought
No,
that
too.
was.
Yeah,
I
he
thought that
was
was
dead.
bag face.
What about Bagface?
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because he sounded like
Interesting.
that multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
It's a workout.
his face, his mask reminded me of the mask of the killer in The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Hmm. I've
Effectively
never
creepy.
seen that.
Oh yeah, they have like the one that was made like in the 70s, and then they have sort of a reboot that was made in the early 2000s or late
Town.
late aughts or something.
Hmm.
What was
I
it?
remember. The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Mm.
It's based on or inspired by a series of true murders, I think, in
Oh wow,
Texarkana.
this looks terrifying.
Yeah, I like both of the films actually, but that's what that guy's mask reminded me of. It's like, oh,
Do you know if
did
there's
they-
any inspiration from it
for The Town That Dreaded Sundown or the mask
For
itself?
this movie? No.
for this movie? Yeah.
No, the director actually. Well, Megan's going to talk about that, but yeah, I did some research on that.
Nice.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I thought of the mask more so as a scarecrow mask from
From Batman.
Begins. Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind
It
of
does look, but
thought
it's
of it.
just like a
It does.
burlap
Yeah.
sack, and that's like the type of mask that the killer in those movies was wearing.
hmm
It's very simple but very creepy.
Oddly, from the first snapshot you have for for this stream, it kind of reminds me of Scarface for whatever reason because of the suit, like the final scene in Scarface when he's waving around the chainsaw, kind of like the suit and just like the
Oh,
raggedy.
yeah. I
Yeah.
can see that.
Scarface?
The Leatherface.
Oh, sorry.
Tucker
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jones massacre.
I was
Ah,
thinking Al
okay.
Pacino.
I'm
was
thinking of
waving
Mob
around-
Monster here, not the Mob Monster.
I knew what you were
the
talking
other
about, Luke.
monster.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's all.
As soon as you said
Scarface.
chainsaw, I said, "Ah, yes."
Yeah,
I know
I'm
exactly
thinking-
what you're talking about.
Oh, not.
That would be pretty
That's
cool.
it's a whole another rabbit hole right there.
Uh,
It's fun.
But this is where I have a question for Nadia. So when Kristen is being dragged down the hallway, I was not a big fan of this. But was it because so the initial shot for Mike looked really good, and they said that with him sitting in there, there was two different stages of his makeup. One, the fresh shot, and then the second one where the blood kind of is pooling, and then some of his face is a little bit blue. I don't have a snapshot of that one, but this just seems like a dummy that they kind of threw in. Do
Oh,
you think
hit-
that
This guy right here, not.
yeah.
I don't think it's a dummy, but I don't think it's him. It could be just a stand-in, because they're
Okay.
taking it from an angle, just a similar dude that looks like him.
Okay.
The reason I say this is that guy obviously has a beard coming in.
Okay. Huh. Oh yeah, I see. Okay. Gotcha.
I
He
don't
kinda
even
looked like
remember
a
that
wax
particular
dummy there.
shot.
Sorry, I'm kind of jumping ahead, but I was just thinking about him her being drugged down the hallway, which looks like the beginning. And this is where I was like, yes, no. The scene is in the movie. Stage. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
So-
one, yeah.
where she's
Yeah.
being drugged down the hallway.
That was
kind of
really
jumping the
creepy.
gun. Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino loves this cover.
yeah. Oh, Tarantino. That
Mhm.
Thanks for getting that.
Oh, that took me a second. It took a bit for that to click, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah,
This has to be a Tarantino movie.
Yeah, it has
Just has to be.
It has to be.
How is it not?
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, she's being dragged down the hallway, and then it's scream, and then screen goes black, completely black.
Mhm.
And so the next scene that you see is both James and Kristen being tied up, and they went from wearing, well, he was still wearing his clothes.
yeah," but
she
she's in
changed.
something different.
Yeah. She's wearing what she wore to the wedding.
The wedding.
Yeah, so they are tied up, and at this point, it's kind of you already know all hope is lost at this point. The inevitable is going to happen, and what I really find interesting, a couple of different things, is one, they placed her engagement ring on her finger,
Wow.
which is really cool. It just seems like they know all of these things about them with just a quick break-in and kind of studying them.
I thought it was still on her. It was still on
Yeah,
her finger. She wore it the
put
whole
on
time.
earlier.
Really?
Yeah, she wore it
Yeah.
the entire time.
Am I
I thought
missing
she
that?
took it
I
off.
thought she
When
took it off
she-
and put it back on.
When she put it on, it looked like she kind of attempted to take it off, but it was a
Oh.
little tight,
Got
and then she
stuck.
just kept it on the whole
Yeah.
rest of the movie. Yeah.
But I say that because when Dollface is, she knows, oh no, yeah, when Dollface
She's wearing it
gets
the
her to
whole
come
movie.
out because when Dollface gets Kristen to come out of the pantry, she picks up the ring box.
She picks up
And
the
so I thought-
box. It was empty. But
Yeah.
she had it on the entire time.
Yeah.
I thought they put it back on. Okay.
And it
Wow.
ties in because
Thank you,
at
guys.
one of those last scenes where she, when
Holding
she
his
realizes
hand.
that
Yeah.
there's nothing left they
Yeah.
can do, she shows him deliberately, like
She's
grabs his
wearing
hand and tells him,
Okay.
"I have the ring." Is like I made my decision. So
Yeah.
Oh,
little late.
well, it makes it
there,
even
but
sweeter. Oh,
Yeah,
Very.
very touching
Very late.
moment.
yeah. Yeah. At
And
this,
so before she was wearing jeans and this like plaid kind of shirt. She had a shirt. They changed her clothes,
Yeah.
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 and I think that is like that opens up a lot of questions about how much time passed, and other things that that they don't mention just by the fact that they took the time to take her out of her other clothes and put new clothes on her.
Yeah. By
Mhm.
this time, it's daylight.
Yeah.
They've shown.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, What happened? What transpired during those dark hours? when
But they probably took a nap. I mean, it was a long night.
They
Yeah.
worked hard.
It was a long night
They
of
were tired.
being evil.
Yeah.
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 Takes a lot out of you.
Well, now they got them in one place, so they don't really need to worry much.
Yeah, they're tied up. We got a few hours.
But this is where like a big part of the chilling comes into play is that they take off all their masks,
Yeah.
basically saying, we're gonna kill you. There's no other way. And that's kind of a lot of what I've watching a lot of murder mysteries and stuff through the ages is that as soon as you see their face, well, now you have to say, well, you don't have to do this. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to tell anyone. Whereas when
Right.
they have their identity covered, you can say, oh, I don't know. They were wearing a mask.
Yeah.
It's kind of no fair now. I mean, it's like they're already tied up. Why go through that? Why break their last hope, even though they have no hope left at all? That's
For that
just
reason.
that's just the last cherry on top.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like the camera from the position of the camera not showing their faces still.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
We never
yeah.
see their faces.
Yeah.
That,
I love
I
that
think
too.
that was
So
great
I was going to mention,
decision.
yeah.
I appreciate
So
it.
they didn't show the monster, but they did show the monster to the character, and
To
I
the
think that
victims.
was the only way
Yeah.
you could show the monster in a horror movie and still keep it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it was daylight just kind of made the fact that they were dying worse because, in a horror movie in the dark, it's easy to be scared. But, the daylight is kind of like symbolic for, okay, I made it out alive.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
no, they didn't, So
Yeah.
it just adds to the desperation, I think.
Yeah.
Just because they were home.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, and then at this point, which again symbolic, you now see my face, and which it's interesting how I believe it is Dollface that stabs James,
Mhm.
and then I think it's Pinup Girl that stabs Kristen. And I love how Kristen and James are not making eye contact or trying their best not to make eye contact with the strangers and just almost confiding in each other and not giving their last amount
Yeah.
of time to the killers,
Yeah.
not to the
I like
strangers,
that.
not giving them that gratification.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Do you
that
think?
Okay.
Sorry, really quick. Do you, this just ties into this one specific thing.
Yeah.
They say this is based off a true story. There was this notorious serial killer that was unknown, and in this movie scene, I forget what he was called. It wasn't. I'm almost saying the Riddler, and obviously that's Batman. Anyway, there was a scene when this couple was sitting outside in this this park, and all of a sudden this guy comes up, tells them to give them their money. He ties them both up and he starts stabbing them. Who is a serial killer? It was
Zodiac, right?
Zodiac, yes.
Okay.
You know, this could be, theoretically, the Zodiac killers. Who knows?
That
That's my
was
theory.
the inspiration.
Hmm.
Could be.
It was?
No. According to what I read, no, unless there's something else he
Oh, okay.
said. It was something much more benign.
Mhm.
I mean, it was still not great, but more
Right.
benign than this. But his mask does kind of remind me of Zodiac too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that simple cloth
Mhm.
mask. And I thought that the man also was involved in stabbing.
Yeah.
Stabbing.
Yeah,
I
I thought
thought
he
he
was the
stabbed-
first
Yeah.
one to stab.
he
Scott.
stabbed James.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, okay. Yeah.
I think
You
he's
gotta give
a-
him-
You got to
They
give him a
all
turn.
three. I think they all three
Sure.
had something to do
Okay.
with the stabbing.
Yeah.
It might just be symbolic too that they're all joining in at the end.
Yeah.
And then is this where they cut again? Because I feel as though this movie could have stopped a couple of
Mhm.
times. So the
Yeah.
cut where she's getting dragged, and then it doesn't it cut here, and then they're on the floor,
Go
and she
outside.
hears.
That's after.
No,
Yeah,
it shows the
after the
kids
next
walking
time, you can
on
just
the
No,
wait.
no,
road.
no, 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 not that one. So they show them on the ground, and she hears the phone ringing. So you
Yeah.
find out that she has a little bit more life in her. So she goes and
Oh, yeah.
starts crawling. This is where I kind of jumped ahead.
Oh, I didn't even remember that at all. And I wonder if
don't
I
either.
saw some sort of version that was edited or something because I don't.
I-
She screams.
I don't remember that,
She's
yeah.
getting stabbed. She screams, and then it cuts to black, and then you see the kids walking down the road on
Is
the
this
one
the
that I
extended
saw.
cut then?
Yes, it is the extended
Was
cut.
there
The
an
cell
extended
phone
cut?
part.
Okay, well, the
The
one on
cell phone.
Netflix is not extended
Okay.
because that I didn't like that scene there. I did not see that in the movie.
Okay. My mistake there. Okay.
So that's interesting. I did not realize.
Well, Sin
That
and
was an
possibly
extended
Nadia. The next scene, which it seems like, yeah, they possibly cut that, or they cut that part out. She hears Mike's phone going off, so she's crawling to it.
Ah.
And then as she's about to call 911, Man in Mask shows up, takes the phone, and then she goes and shelters her face, thinking that he's going to try and stab her again. And he just walks out of the room.
Oh, so that's how she
walks out
ended
of
up
the
on the
house.
floor because when the kids come in, like on my version, when they come
Yeah.
in, she's lying on the floor beside
Yeah.
this guy, and I was like, how, and why? Yeah, they
Yeah.
completely cut that out.
Yeah, that I remember the stabbing.
That's
them
aggravating.
Comforting each other, cuts it, and then
Kids.
the kids find her.
outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Steven Tyler, I wonder if he's watched this. You know how hard that would be for him to watch that scene
Oh
of
my
her
gosh,
getting
yeah.
stabbed to death. Like, as a father, that would be awful. To watch your daughter being tortured.
Oh, yeah.
Depends how close they are, I
Oh,
guess.
Liv
I
Tyler.
don't know.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
Steven. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, yeah, what would it be like for family members to watch somebody's like movies?
Yeah. I mean, especially like dying,
Yeah.
like in a tragic way.
Yeah.
Makes them
Mhm.
worried for her.
It's like, all right, call me after you're done shooting the movie.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Call me when you get home.
okay.
You know how
Scout out your
long-
home.
But yeah, and then from here it cuts again. Oh no, yeah, from here it does cut, and this
Yeah.
is, I believe, it's the unrated version of it.
Oh.
And then from there, yeah, like Sin and Nadia were talking about. So outside, you see some Christian boys, and the director does say that they're like, he calls them Christian Mormon boys. So I don't know if it really matters. The pamphlet that they give is young or Christian Living or something to that effect. But yeah, so they're walking with their bikes, and they have the pamphlets in hand, and then the strangers come, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, what are they going to do at this
Yeah.
point? Because they've already killed these two people. and now they're gonna kill kids. And I love this exchange between the Christian Mormon boys and Dollface, because now she doesn't have any type of anonymity here. And so she's bringing her true, authentic self, you could say. And the exchange between them, she asks for a pamphlet, and then he says, the little boy says, "Are you a sinner?" And she says, "Sometimes," which is such a crazy thing to say. And you could say that she only thinks that she's sinning in those times that she's killing, or that this was her first time, so this was her sometimes. But sorry, I'm getting out of myself. When talking about, and we've alluded to previously, great iconic scenes. And why are you doing this to us? Kristen asks, and it was because you're home. So it is just based on
Just random.
just random.
Wow.
But it makes you think, what was the purpose? Who did they choose? Who do they choose? They pick the most secluded location.
Right.
Yeah.
How long
One
did they watch
question.
them? Yeah.
On the very beginning, when they're showing all the houses, are those all the houses that were invaded, or just a
Prospects,
Just-
maybe.
Yeah, it
You
could have
talking
been.
about the houses in the neighborhood?
Yeah, at the beginning.
yeah, just
Or
show
kind of
it kept on
the scenery,
flashing
yeah.
to different houses and,
I
and
forgot.
an
Oh,
eerie sound effect and
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't think those houses were invaded. I think it was just trying to set up the tone of the
Right.
movie, that any one of those houses could have been this
Could be.
house. Like,
okay.
Okay.
yeah.
Build up their curiosity before the movie starts. I like that.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah. That's a good question though. Luke, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Oh, I thought I had this picture in there. So the Christian boys have that exchange with the strangers, and then they leave. And so the Christian boys stumble upon the house and walk right in, see what's going on. And the one boy goes to see if the one woman, Kristen, is awake or alive. And she grabs his hand and screams. And then it's cut to black, roll end credits, which is one of the biggest issues I had with this movie, because it just seemed like I don't know, it seemed like a very 2006, 2005 to 2008 jump scare. Now,
Yeah.
like on YouTube, they would have those videos, and you'd watch it, like a car's passing by, and then all of a sudden you'd have a
Face?
yeah. You'd see
Yeah.
a pop out of a woman's face, and it'd freak you out.
Yep.
It felt like that. It felt very time capsule-esque, and so that was the part that annoyed me the most, because you made it so almost beautiful. And Brian, the director, brings this up, that he wants it to begin with innocence and end with innocence. And you see that with the Christian Mormon boys.
The
You see that
kids.
with the family. Yeah. And then you ended on a jump scare.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they would have been better off cutting it at the point where the kids are entering the house, because we already see what the outcome is at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily need to know if they're alive or dead, right? Let the audience figure that out.
Right. And we didn't need these kids just walking around this house as if this is just like their clubhouse. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. No. If I saw that shit when I was a kid, I don't know what I would do. I don't know.
They just
You would
walked
be in
right
therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
I'd
therapy.
run to get my parent or the nearest
Yeah.
adult. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't not react at all,
Yeah.
which is what they
But
did.
walking, like going further in, I'd be like, "Do you want to go? No, I don't want to go in. Keep going. I don't wanna
Yeah.
go."
Like a haunted house, like when you're dared to like ring the doorbell as a kid.
Yeah.
Of,
Right?
that one
Yeah.
house on the block. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all had that argument. It's like, you took
Yeah.
it. I wanna go
You
in.
do it. No, you do it.
And you could easily do that where you're having them have that conversation about, like, all right, you want to go to the house because they have the pamphlets and stuff. But
I don't know.
I wonder if
don't
it was
know.
a studio decision for the scream at the end. Just a one last
blah.
yeah, because it is very much reminiscent of like early 2000s horror movies in that
That
vein.
final moment.
Mhm. So you had a couple of jump scares, but not enough to warrant one at the end, which kind of annoys me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
cheap, I think.
It cheapened it.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. It cheapened the movie.
What, the
Beautiful.
scream in the very end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It me honestly, because it was funny for the last like 5 minutes of the movie. I put earbuds in and I had it all the way up, and I was
Oh,
not
it was
expecting
loud.
that. Woo!
Oh.
It was a very
I mean-
obnoxious jump scare though, so I didn't really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I guess
Very
it would
scary,
start
just
like
me.
if you didn't know she was, because I already knew that she lived through it. I knew
Oh, I
that
had no
she
clue.
lived and the guy died, but
I thought she was
wasn't.
dead.
Yeah, I knew she was alive. That's one of the reasons why I never watched this movie. I'm like, man, the guy dies, and like they both don't have a happily ever after. I don't want to
Yeah.
watch this movie because I hate it when the bad guys get away. I
Have
hate
you
it.
watched horror movies?
Yes,
Like,
but
what
I
is this?
don't. I know, but that's what I don't like about one of the things that bugs me about horror is that more often than not, the baddie wins, the good guy dies. This would have been really fun.
No justice.
If exactly,
I'm
I don't
pro-villains.
like that. I don't
Pro-villains.
like that. Oh, I'm definitely not. I don't like it that they got away. I wanted them to have their comeuppance. It would have been awesome if they had attacked this house, not knowing that these two people were very highly trained with weapons,
Like
and
Navy
guns.
SEAls?
That would have been hilarious.
Like
I
The
would
Hunt.
love that.
The Hunt. Have you
Yeah,
seen The
The Hunt.
Hunt?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a good movie.
example.
There's another
Yeah.
one that's similar to that with that we just watched with those two couples that go there, and there's a rich couple. There's big. This one couple's invited by this other couple to his house, or they're getting this getaway house, and then it's this mansion, and I forget who's in it, but we just watched it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
so
think
I
what
don't
this movie is.
Either
The Rental? I don't think it's The Rental.
it's relatively new. I think it just came out.
I want to know.
It's not Together.
No, it's not back and front.
Who's in it.
I can't remember.
Oh, this is.
Oh,
gonna-
I'm so
Must
curious
not
now.
have been a memorable movie.
No, it's really good.
They come to a rich person's house, and what is
I
there
think
like
an
a hunt?
Airbnb for the
Yeah.
weekend.
It's got to be The Rental then, I would assume.
Maybe.
It's
Let
not
me
ringing a bell,
Is
though.
David Franco in it?
check. I have
Was
to
it
check.
Dave Franco? I don't think so.
I thought he was in Together, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
he's the director of it, but it has
Ooh.
Dan Stevens, Jeremy Allen White,
I
Allison
think it
Brie.
just came out.
Oh,
Two
Allison
couples
Brie.
on an oceanside getaway grow suspicious of the host. Their seemingly perfect rental house. They may be spying on them.
That
No,
sounds no.
Okay.
no,
I-
it just
alright.
came out. This one's what 2020. I think
This
it's
is 2020. This one, The Rental.
So he's saying that this particular movie just came out.
yeah.
If you knew who the hell was in it, we could find it
I
very
know.
quickly.
We just
You
watched
got
it.
two movie buffs right here. Jeez.
Significant Other. That was 2022. Young couple takes a remote. Oh, that's backpacking trip. Hold on. Yeah. Bone Lake. Please don't tell me it's Bone Lake.
Bone
Bone
Lake.
Lake.
Oh,
Bone Lake.
yeah.
No!
I didn't watch
I
that
stayed
one.
away from it because
Yeah,
I saw the trailer. I was
same.
like, this looks awful. Is it worth
Yeah.
the time?
I
I thought
thought
it was a
it
joke.
was fun. I feel like it's
Okay.
kind of like The Strangers, but you get your comeuppance at the end. I think.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right. All right.
It was fun. It was fun, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of psychological manipulation that I think is really fun.
Yeah. it's fun.
Okay.
Because it's like they're actively involved in the way the strangers are just really silent and quiet running around.
Yeah.
These guys are like really fucking with these guys, you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a try now because I was like,
I read the
trailer just-
synopsis. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like,
Very
I don't
bizarre,
know.
gross, weird.
Very bizarre, gross, and weird. You'll love it.
Well, they marketed it as like a sexy horror
Yes,
movie. Like, it's
yes,
sex,
that. Like there was all
sex.
this. Yeah, exactly.
boning,
so I was like,
and I'm like,
that
I
sounds
don't-
like something
Yeah.
I wouldn't be interested
It
in.
wasn't. I don't.
I mean,
I don't
I
remember.
guess so.
I don't remember.
But that's
that.
what
I
their
don't know
main
if that was.
focus of the marketing was for
Yep.
it. So
Yeah,
that's
it definitely wasn't
Yep.
that. Like,
It wasn't
Okay.
like that one
Yeah.
movie that A24 did that was like the sex horror movie. Do you know
Oh,
what I'm
they were
talking
doing
about? Like a slasher film that was like literally the central point of it was sex.
Oh, you talking about X?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I liked X. I
did
think I
too.
like X.
I liked X.
More than Pearl. Pearl's like okay to me,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I
Maxine
never
was
watched.
meh.
Never watched Pearl.
Maxine, don't watch Maxine.
Back on the strangers.
I know.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought we were
No,
done talking about.
No,
Wow.
no, no, we're good. We are. We're wrapping up. We're wrapping
Did
up.
you guys notice that ice cream was still pretty solid
oh my
at
god.
the end? I wrote that down.
Yeah, it's
Give it
not
a-
acceptable, man.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
So,
heat up the spoon
I
at
did-
least.
I did want to talk about what would happen if they broke into the wrong home thing. You know, like they have all these creative weapons around, and they break into this house and they get these. I guess you would have to know ahead of time who you were targeting, right? So they must have known that these people would be an easy target. Maybe that's what the whole knocking on the door at the beginning was casing the joint and seeing what kind of people that they're.
Yeah,
But they didn't know who they were because that was their first time coming to that place. It was like a summer home. It wasn't like their regular house. So it was like maybe they scoped the area, but I don't think they knew anything about the people that came. Oh, there's people here. Okay, let's do our thing.
Well, that kind of leads.
I agree with him that I think the knocks were a like, hey, who's going to open the door? Who are we dealing with? We kind of sense of how many people are in the house kind of deal.
Fill in the waters.
And they did ask that question at the beginning too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that leads me into what the director Brian was talking about. So what prompted him to write this script, the movie script, was when Brian was a kid, like 11 or 12 years old. His house was scheduled. Never mind. Okay, so when he was 11 or 12 years old, his parents were on the road quite a bit, and he would watch his sister, who was about like 9 or 10 years old. And at one point, there were people in his area who would knock on random houses and see who would answer, and who wouldn't answer, they would actually kick down the door and rob them. Mm-hmm. Wow. So this kind of sparked this thought process because in this scenario with his sister, he said that his sister at, I think it was 9 p.m., she answered the phone, or she answered the door to a bunch of random people, and she struck up a conversation, and then they left. And so his thought process was, what would happen if we didn't open the door? Oh. Yeah. And also kind of based on the Marilyn Manson or Charles Manson, not Marilyn. Charles Manson.
I knew
guys.
My husband was telling me the other day people used to spill beans out in front of people's doors, and they would wait to see if people would clean it up. And if people cleaned it up, that means somebody was home. But if people didn't clean it up for days at a time, that means the house was empty, like somebody was out on vacation or something. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Before I forget and kind of asking some closing remarks, let's go ahead and
Jackson.
Yeah, one hell of a panel. Nice.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So before I forget, so I mentioned at the beginning that Kyle and I watched a lot of Felicity growing up, and the main character, Scott Speedman, has a striking resemblance to Luke. I'm not gonna lie. So you guys have to watch this scenario, and this is whenever we say, we'll say to each other like, "Why you gotta be such a dick?" This is where it comes from.
She thinks I'm a dick. He's a dick, a total dick. No, I'm serious. If that guy didn't have a gun, that would have been a whole different conversation. She wants to spend the summer with a guy who lies to her. You're a jealous little dick. Do you mind? Yeah, I kind of do. You're being a dick.
This conversation is over.
Why do you have to be such a dick about it?
What? I'm allowed to invite Felicity and the guy that she chose over me to the movies?
You know what? You don't have to be such a dick about that.
I think this is exactly the amount of dick that I need to be.
What's your problem?
My problem is that 63% of me thinks you're a dick.
Guys.
Yeah, he seems a little stressed out. Or to use his favorite term, he's being a dick.
That made me want to watch it. That is hilarious.
You have to. It is hilarious. He's really, really good. He's like this bad boy at the beginning, but he has a lot of heart. He's really good.
Why do you have to be such a dick?
Yeah, why do you be such a
Bring back calling people dicks.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's just funny. It works, you know.
It's hilarious.
I have one question real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it doesn't, explain it, but is this like their side hustle? Like, they obviously have a side. They also obviously have a job, right?
Right.
True. Yeah. Yeah. They have to.
Yeah, I was thinking because, like, in the end, they had a car, obviously, and they obviously have to pay for that car.
This is their hobby.
Well, it's an old truck. It's probably paid off a long time ago.
You're right. Yeah. I don't know.
And it doesn't seem to indicate that they stole anything.
Yeah.
So they probably have a normal life, like serial killers typically have a normal life outside of their serial killing.
Yeah.
It's got to be like one of those intrusive
What?
thoughts that they have all the time? What?
What, Nadia?
I was like, yeah, no.
I wonder what you were doing.
Hands
No,
That's
out.
it's
okay,
Nadia, sir,
Nadia.
Nadia.
We won't judge you, okay? It's okay. We won't.
Nadia with
judge
all of her fake makeup. Yeah, that's fake, but for
Fake makeup.
sure. That's
We
a
all
perfect job
respect
for
it.
you.
Megan,
Nice,
did
nice.
you pick up on the Ketty Cabin murders? Because when I did
Oh, yeah.
research on this,
Those were rough.
it synthesized 3 events, which would be the Manson murders with Sharon Tate, and then the Ketty Cabin murders, and then his childhood experience, which he amalgamated into one thing, and used all of those to create the thematic elements. Did you find that information by chance?
I didn't. I kind of I listened more so to an interview with them. But what was that first one? What type of murders?
The Ketty Cabin. I saw
Ketty
a
Cabin.
Ketty
BuzzFeed
Cabin.
Unsolved episode about that. Pretty creepy.
Yes.
Where did it take
It was like a random. Let me find the actual story because I have it in my
forgot when it
notes.
took place. I don't remember. Was it
Um,
80s or?
I think it was the 70s or the
70s?
80s.
Okay.
Yeah, serial killers can't get away with shit nowadays. Not speaking from experience.
Cabin.
I don't know. AI might
Sure?
make it a little bit easier.
It was April
People are stupid.
11th.
It's gotten harder, right, Nadia?
1981.
What year?
Sorry.
1981.
Okay.
Cabin
Early
28 of the Ketty Resort in California, Glenna Sue Sharp, age 36, her son, John, daughter, Tina, and John's friend, Dana Wingate, were murdered. The 3 victims found at the scene had been bound with medical and electrical tape and viciously stabbed, strangled, and bludgeoned. Sue's daughter, Sheila, discovered the bodies when she returned home from a sleepover. Her 2 younger sons, Rick and Greg, and their friend Justin Smart were in an adjoining bedroom but were completely unharmed and allegedly unaware of the events.
Whoa.
Tina Sharp, yeah, which is weird. Tina Sharp was missing from the scene and her remains were found 3 years later, 62 miles away.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever
Wow.
solved.
No.
No, it wasn't. The strangest thing is that there's no apparent motive. Any case without an apparent motive is the toughest to solve, and that was Sheriff Lieutenant Don Stoy, who
Where
said
did
that.
it take place? What state?
California.
Might have
Somewhere like in the
been part of the Golden
woods.
State.
Yeah.
In the cabins.
Yeah.
That'd be in the
Ketty
mountains
Cabin
somewhere.
or Ketty Resort. That's what it was
Up
called.
in the mountains somewhere. Probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Sounds like
I
the Princess of Black Phone.
So, Galliardo, you're Luke, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you were mentioning that he looks like Scott Speedman, and at first I was like, "Who is Luke?" And
Oh,
then I
I said
realized
that.
it had to be him. And I was like, "Thank you for bringing that up because now I know who you remind me of." Because every time I see him, I'm like, "God, that guy looks so familiar," but I don't know him. Yeah, he looks like Scott
right.
Speedman.
it's true.
That's great.
You're
Should go into
spot on.
acting, Luke.
Hey, you know what?
Well, you're gonna be such a dick.
Yeah, yeah. Why do you have to be such a dick, guys?
There you go.
Your new motto. Why you gotta be such a dick?
You know what? It's born today. You know what? That's
You gotta say it at least
my-
once
yeah.
in every episode.
Yeah, he's gonna start. It's
Yeah.
gonna be his thing now. Yeah.
I will
Once every
say it-
live stream.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be my new thing on Fox X Brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
just
we
leave
got
that
That'll be perfect.
Yeah, pull
Hey
that up.
guys,
just ask
don't
him.
forget, don't be a dick.
You have to have a bit of a list at the end. Just
Yeah, you does say, "Why you gotta be such a dick?"
Why do
You just gotta wait
They
for
gotta
box
beat that
office
to
to
dick,
have a
guys.
good take, and then when he has a good take, just be like, "Why?"
Why
do
you have to be the look on his face. He'd probably be like, "Where'd that come from?"
Oh my gosh.
Is he
That'd be
still
creepy.
watching? Because this needs to be a surprise.
no,
if he's
it's
still
not.
watching, this won't be
No,
a surprise.
I don't
Is
think
he
he just
still
hopped
watching?
on.
Okay.
I don't think
All right,
so.
he's out. And then before I forget, so IMDb. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. IMDb ranked this as 6.1. Do you guys agree, or would you rate it higher or lower?
I go higher.
I would go
I go
higher.
higher. I give it a
Like a
7.5 for being my favorite
Yeah.
home invasion movie.
Yeah.
7.1.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'd probably give it about a 7, but those infuriating decisions that they make just make me so mad.
Yeah, that's why I don't think
Okay.
I'd go up to as high as a 7. I'd keep it somewhere in
Yeah.
the 6 range
That's respect.
for me.
I like that.
Nadia?
Probably 7.5, 7 around that.
There you go.
Okay.
I think even with all the flaws, it's still an enjoyable movie, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
better
for
home
sure.
invasion in the genre.
beautifully done too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, even with the issues that I've had, especially the end jump scare, I would still give it like at least an 8.5. 8.5. It's really great. Yeah.
Okay.
And then yeah, I've kind of heard some of your guys' cons. Is there any more cons, pros of this movie that you guys like? Because I feel bad holding you guys up 2 hours, but any other
No.
comments or cons that you didn't
Don't
like?
watch the rest of them. Don't watch the sequel. Don't watch the reboot. This is
Okay.
the only strangers in the franchise.
Okay,
Just
so
Yes.
what makes the second one so bad? Because I haven't seen it, and you've said it's terrible. What is it about it that's bad? I'm curious.
So where the first one doesn't give you much about the strangers, the second one does. Like
Oh,
the
really?
mystery is killed in the second
So it
one. I can't remember
humanizes
for
them.
yeah, I can't remember for. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember walking away. I'm like, why they had weird choices of giving you more to the stranger's background. I'm like, why? I don't need to know their background. I
Yeah.
don't need to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wouldn't recommend it. And then chapter one and chapter two, from what my understanding is, like you know who the strangers are, and by chapter two, the final girl who makes it to second movie knows who they are too. Like it completely kills the magic of them just being like, we don't know, right? We don't know if they're ghost, human, or it just completely kills it.
So
Plus,
does
I
that
think
mean
it's
that
a lot
this was their third time at least killing some people?
This
You mean
time
in
I
this
don't know.
movie?
I think
This
this movie's
because
the
those are
first
prequels, right?
No, there's a sequel to this one that continues, like where you follow the strangers, and then it got rebooted recently in the last few years, where it's different strangers. It's not. I don't believe
Yeah.
it's the same group of
Okay.
people. It's the same kind of concept of it, and I believe it's Blumhouse. And if it's Blumhouse, that's enough said. Yeah, I think it's Blumhouse. Is it Blumhouse that does the strangers? I have a
Yes.
love
Remember.
hate.
They're so
Yeah.
hit and
Yep.
miss now.
I'd be so happy if this movie was just on its own. That's it. Just 2008.
Yeah,
The only
Should
strangers.
be.
Yeah.
it should be. Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
there's a
do you
reason
have
that, I
one to
mean, a
keep?
lot of us haven't heard of the sequels. I mean, because,
Yeah.
you know,
Not
Mhm.
good.
Some movies don't need a sequel, like The Gladiator.
Oh God.
Agree.
True.
Why? Why?
Don't. Why did you?
Oh,
mention
come
that?
on,
Now
Luke,
I'm upset.
don't.
Now I'm
Or a
mad.
reboot,
You're having a
I
voice
like
like
the
I
second
liked
one.
it.
or a prequel. Like we don't
Oh
need.
my
Wait, you liked it?
gosh.
You liked it?
I like the second one because I haven't seen the first one. Don't hate me.
Dude,
Oh.
you can't say that. You can't
Don't
say
tell
that
them-
and not see
don't-
the first one.
Don't tell the
tell you
problem.
Why do you gotta be such a
I
dick,
saw-
Luke? Come
I saw the
on.
first one. I saw the first one for the first time like a year or two ago. It's okay. Like I can understand why people hype it. I think people overhyped it for me. It's okay. One
I
watch.
kind
I'm
of think
done.
it.
I don't
Did you
agree
watch
with
it? Like, I feel like it would have looked really good on the. I never saw that on the big screen,
Yeah.
the first
Which one?
Gladiator, and I feel
Oh.
like it would have looked
Fantastic.
really good on the big
Yeah.
screen,
It
and
really
because the score too.
Probably.
Really love the
Oh,
score. I'm not super in love with it, but I recognize that it's a good
Mhm.
film. The second one, it was the mystery
Mm.
movie, one of the Regals, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
you
that's
know,
right.
Yeah, the
I just like
magic just
Denzel
wasn't there.
Washington,
Just like
and-
I love
He was
Denzel
good.
too, but the story, I don't know,
I'm not a huge fan of
didn't work for me.
of
so well.
Crow Russell or Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe?
Russell
Yeah.
said
I'm not
you're
a huge. Yeah, I'm not a huge.
Not a huge.
I'm not a huge fan of it. I liked him in the last watch we did was Master and Commander.
Master and
I really enjoyed him in that. Honestly, he was a lot younger. I just don't like him.
You should see him in Les Miserables. He cannot sing. He cannot sing.
He was
David
in Les
Moore.
Mis.
Yes, the
I
TV,
forgot he
yeah,
was-
the
forgot he
movie
was
one.
in
Yeah,
that
that came
one.
out a couple years
Wow.
back. Yes,
Mm.
and he
Several
sings.
years back, the one with Anne
it's-
Hathaway, right?
And Hugh Jackman. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a while back. It's been a
Wow.
while since I've seen that.
Hmm.
Did you
All right.
see what's that movie with Sharon Stone and Russell Crowe and Gene Hackman and Leo DiCaprio? Western.
Once upon
Oh, Quick and
Who's
the
that?
Dead.
Yes, The Quick and the Dead. So Russell was in that. He was very
Huh.
young. This was before his
I've not seen
Gladiator days, and Sharon Stone was responsible for basically bringing him
Isn't that
to
Sam
the,
Raimi?
to the U.S. Was that the
Directed
director?
that?
I don't even. I
Oh,
don't
really?
remember. The
Oh
Quick
no,
and the
maybe
Dead?
I'm thinking of a different.
I don't know. I don't remember who
Kyle's
directed
comment.
it.
No.
Yeah, but Crow was really young in that.
Why
it
did
is
they
Sam
you
Raimi.
said dicks?
Sam Raimi, okay.
Sam Raimi directed The Quick and the Dead.
Okay. All right. I didn't realize
funny.
that.
True.
The
Good
first sequel is
question.
such a drop in
Excellent question,
quality.
Kyle.
And not
Oh,
watch
that's
this
funny.
stupid crash grab of children. Yes. Yeah. Gotta be dicks.
Good stuff.
But yeah, so I think we have heard all the pros and cons of this movie. Let's go around the horn and see what everyone has going on. We'll start from Luke. Luke, what do you got going on?
On my channel,
Yes.
I personally,
For live
I-
streams.
live streams. I forget what we're watching next Tuesday. It's really good though. But I really just.
But you forgot.
I know I'm bad with that. He has like a whole list. In my defense, I'm watching. Oh no, Silence of the Lambs. That's what we're watching. Next
Oh
Tuesday.
yes, that is a
Um,
good one. That
Yes.
is a good one.
What I'm doing on my channel, I'm probably going to stream tonight. Nobody really watch. It's just for my own fun. I stream horror games. I need to start doing. At this point, I've been doing this for like 9 months now.
Totally.
I
should.
do
People love 'em, man.
Phasmophobia. Welcome to the Game 2. It's like like that dark web game where you have to you're like the investigative reporter. You have to try to decode this one murder mystery. Also Phasmophobia. It's like a horror, like a
Yeah,
ghost
I have
hunting
it.
game.
I haven't played it yet.
So fun.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I do on my channel. But I'm mainly on with Jackson.
Cool.
Nice.
Do you ever watch
Nice.
Nexpo?
What was it?
Nightmare
Do you have
Expo?
Nexpo?
Nexpo.
Nightmare Expo?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so.
Well, he is into horror games, and he
Oh, yeah?
does he does reviews of low poly horror games, and we were
Yeah.
watching one recently. It's very unsettling, so you might be into that.
Yeah. I'll have
You
to
should
reach
do
out.
that. People would love to watch horror games and not have
We
to
do.
Oh yeah.
I want to play them.
I play Alien Isolation, and I'm terrified.
Ooh,
half the
I've
time.
yet to play that game. I've seen
You
it.
should play it.
I've
You
seen
should play-
it
it's a
like
lot of fun.
advertised for the longest time.
It's a lot of fun. And I play through, and people just watch me go from locker to locker because I'm terrified of the xenomorph or the working Joes.
Well,
Yeah.
my biggest thing was the Resident Evil video games. I'd watch my cousins play that, and I would freak out every time they died. Like that was horrifying as a 12-year-old watching that.
Yeah,
It scarred me.
traumatic.
All right,
Um,
Annie. David,
So
what's
we
going
are
on?
actually starting a channel. We're working on our documentary. We have a class where we teach people to become precision remote pilots. And part of their curriculum is to take the footage that we just went to a few different historical events, like his granddad's centenarian ceremony, where they were celebrating his service
102nd birthday.
102nd birthday, and he's a veteran. So
Wow.
they were celebrating his service, and then we went to the historic Pulitzer electric aircraft race, which is drone taxis. They were racing drone taxis, so we went to film that.
Flying cars.
Flying cars, yeah, essentially. And then what was the other trip that we did? The Denton class.
Mhm.
So we're getting all that footage together, and we're having our students put together portions of our documentary for us so that they
Ooh,
can
okay.
learn how to become professional filmmakers. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
That's
Awesome.
really cool.
Nice.
And we just launched our book, so that's
Of course,
published.
gotta plug the book. Naturally.
Propaganda, Drones, Drugs, and the Decline of the West. It's about Chinese espionage and a lot of the experiences we've had in the drone space with dealing with that, including an investigation by the FBI a year ago,
Naturally.
where that was that moment to really advocate for American jobs in the industry and infrastructure. And so that's the telling of why we don't have flying cars yet. And
Mm-hmm.
part of our story and
And
part
why
of-
the system sucks and why it's weird. It's part love story, part investigative journalism, and part manifesto for the future.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
That's cool.
Nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's awesome.
thank you.
Sin, what's up? What you got going?
I just dropped my review for The Running Man today.
Oh, nice.
And
Nice.
earlier this week for Die My Love, terrible film, hated it. Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson.
I'll probably love it then.
It was like no, Robert Pattinson wasn't the problem. The entire story was the problem, and it felt like everybody's praising her for her performance, how wonderful it is. But honestly, like I mentioned in my review, it just feels like Jennifer Lawrence playing Jennifer Lawrence, just louder. That's it. Hated it. And I've got several reviews that are going to be coming out. I have no idea when, but I saw K-pop Demon Hunters is so good. Okay. Love that movie.
That's awesome.
All right, Nadia, what do you got?
Next week's pretty full. Tuesday, normal horror Tuesday, where I talk about news that's come out. I'm gonna go over some reviews because I haven't been able to, such as like Welcome to Derry, Frankenstein, Predator Badlands. And then Thursday, I'm interviewing a director who did a mockumentary called Predator Wastelands. And then Friday is Stranger Things on my channel. We're going to be doing a Deadpool stream to prepare for season 5.
Cool.
And I'll have some bingo cards and stuff. And then the following week, we start our season 5 watch through. So I'll have a watch party on Thursday for the episodes. And then my panel will be discussing it Friday. So, yeah.
It's awesome.
Awesome. Sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then for me, Kyle Corwith just released a new video on The Materialists where both him and I are reviewing it. And you guys can guess if I loved it or if I hated it. Because, yeah.
Already
I'm not
kinda
gonna,
know.
there's nothing. I'm not gonna,
Kyle hinted.
Poker
I
face.
saw it. I
Poker
haven't seen
face.
it. I haven't watched your video yet, but I'm going to.
Well, I think Kyle loved it.
He liked it. I know she did not.
Oh, okay, good. Because
Yeah.
like I have no
Yeah.
interest.
I
I'll
think-
watch your video on it. I have no interest in the.
Oh my
I hate
God.
this type
I
of
haven't
video.
seen it, so
Yeah.
oh yeah, don't. Oh,
Is it bad?
watch the video. Watch the video.
Yeah, I'll
I
watch
know-
your
I know
video, just not the
Video,
movie.
not the movie.
I might
Go
like
watch
it
the
more
movie.
than Oh Hi. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think
know
Kyle said after watching The Materials, he's like, we should watch Oh Hi. And it's like, I'm going to need to drink quite a bit. And then we
Oh
can
man,
we can do a
I'm-
video after we're talking about it.
I'm so mad I missed that stream because I had so much to say about that awful.
Oh, I really wanted to hear your thoughts on. I hated it too, Naughty. It's on my list of worst.
That movie is for
the
women
year.
that are on birth control. That's all I have to say. That's what that movie is for. It's for women who are on birth control.
I despised it so much.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
and Megan, she tried so hard, bless her soul, to convince me about the good things of it, but it didn't.
I tried my hardest. I
She
didn't win her
did.
over,
She
though,
did.
unfortunately. Nadia, you're supposed to be on my side. I was
It would've
really
been 2
hoping.
against
I was
1,
rooting
Megan. I'm
for it. I was
sorry.
like,
I cannot find any redeeming
"Jeez,
qualities of those.
nothing.
And I want to tell you, Megan, I
Hated
don't
it.
watch those movies. Those are not my type of movies. I don't like that.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
Same.
But for you, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Aw.
I'm gonna watch it, and then I ended up not being able to be on. But yeah,
I know.
the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, we got like 30 minutes left. I'm doing this for Megan.
If you think of it as like Misery a little bit, then I think you might be able to watch the rest
Misery
of
was
it.
a better movie.
Yeah, Misery was a better movie, and it's. I did not like that everybody tried to justify her actions, but
Exactly.
okay, yeah.
And
Her
she
friends
faced
should have
no
just
real
called the cops right
repercussions.
away.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
And he
sorry, we're getting into a
apologizes in
tangent.
the end. I know. It's just like
Yeah. Apologize in the end for being kidnapped and drugged and like, yeah, no. Again,
I know.
this-
I know.
Okay. The main thing you have to remember is cathartic. The
Oh,
movie
gosh,
is
see, that's-
cathartic.
That's what makes it so much worse for me because that actress was like it was therapy for her. And I'm like, well, I know what you're like and tells me a lot about you. Oof. No.
Women who are on birth control like these movies. I'm just
Now I
saying.
have to watch.
You gotta watch our video. I'm not gonna win over Sin. It's pretty great to live stream. Oh my gosh.
It was a
That
fun
was fun. It
conversation.
was.
though.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
I enjoyed it.
It was funny. It was like, well, how do I navigate this one? It's like choose your own adventure every time. Like, what do I do? What do I do?
It was a valiant effort.
It was a yes, but did you notice that the acting was great?
It would have been really bad. It would have been 2 versus 1. Sin and I would. One of us would have to have been good cop, bad cop.
You would have been rethinking your decision to invite us on.
Yes.
Like cursor
Maybe
just
you're not
hovers
yet.
over end stream 15 minutes in. Uh, oh my gosh. All right, guys. On that note, talking about Oh Hi. Yeah, watch the live stream and then obviously finish watching this or watch it. Thank you guys so much for being here for 2 hours. I appreciate it.
It was
And talking-
fun.
This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Thank you. Thanks
Cool,
for the
cool.
invite.
No problem. Thanks
First
for
live
coming,
stream.
guys.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks for
All
the
right.
invite.
Yeah, no problem.
And bye-bye coffee.
All right,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
See you backstage.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Now what?
Okay.